Yeah, Brendan, happy Thanksgiving.
Kevin, happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy Thanksgiving to all the OON listeners and also the viewers today. Welcoming in our
We have an interesting game today. Cumberland, just days ago, you were there. Unfortunately, I could not make it. A heartbreaking defeat to Barrington in the Super Bowl. It came down to a game of inches. They did not get in. They lost the Super Bowl 28-21. How do they recover from that and get ready for today?
And that's the key subplot today. You know, it's almost like, is it maybe a good thing to have this game where you, at least in theory, you flush away a tough loss, knowing that you still have a chance to end your season on a winning note?
Yeah, especially, I would think big for seniors like Andrew Ray, who you covered this week, just signed his national letter of intent to play baseball at URI. He wants to go out on a high note, along with some of the other seniors as well.
And then on the flip side, we're talking about Woonsocket. I remember talking to head coach Charlie Bevo after they lost their regular season finale to Barrington about a month ago. That was the final weekend of October. And already they had their sights set on this game. Now, granted, they had a consolation game in between just to keep sharp, but for Woonsocket, it was all about getting ready for Thanksgiving morning against your arch rival, the Clippers.
And you gotta love that the rivalry is unprecedented here in the Northeast. I didn't realize basically the Northeast is it's the Thanksgiving hub for high school football, specifically Mass and Rhode Island. Absolutely fantastic opportunity, and you can see by the crowd already, it matches any crowd that we've had, especially on the Cumberland side. The Woonsocket fans are showing up. It's such a great rivalry.
Yep, and once again, it's great to see these two teams play year after year after year. You mentioned how we have some other rivalries that may have played more games, but uninterrupted. These two teams are considered one of the gold standards in Rhode Island high school football when it comes to Thanksgiving.
The only other one that's very close to the 59 years I do have here, Middletown's Portsmouth. They're 1 year behind Cumberland Woonsocket. They're playing their 58th uninterrupted Thanksgiving Day game today. So they're doing the coin toss right now. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening and you're watching on WoonsockeTRadio.com. You may be listening to AM 1240. We'll be back right after this message from WOON Radio. Captains, I believe, right now at center field. The senior captains, as you get a look, for those of you watching. talking to Coach Charlie Bebo from Woonsocket, he wanted to make sure we gave a shout out to defensive coordinator Ed Ouellette, who's retiring after 10 years here at Woonsocket High School coaching. Plus, where else has he coached?
Well, he's also coached the Rhode Island War Dogs. It's a semi-pro team that they use North Smithfield's turf surface actually to play their home games, and Eddie was the defensive coordinator when the Novas won back-to-back Division II Super Bowls in 2018, 2019. Mastermind did a great game planning, I remember, on both of those particular days, and he's kind of been Coach Bebo's right-handed man since Charlie came on board at Woonsocket about half decade ago. But he will certainly be missed, and in honor of Coach Ouellette's last game, the current members of the staff are wearing the throwback jerseys from when they played high school football. We should mention Coach Bebo once played in this Thanksgiving rivalry game, and also Brett Cordair, a Woonsocket assistant, was also a former Nova who knows what it's like to play the Clippers on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Coach Bebo wearing his old number 1 jersey, I believe is what he wore in high school. Again, just to go back really quick on Cumberland, losing by inches. Would you like to explain maybe to the people that don't know exactly what happened while we wait for the coin flips and all that to happen?
Well, I don't not to bring up any painful memories for the Clippers, but since I was there and I was right there on the goal line, basically for both instances, Cumberland had not one but 2 cracks inside the 5-yard line in the fourth quarter, down 7 points to Barrington, and both times they did not get in. One time the referee said that Evan Spencer did not get in on 4th and goal from the 1, and the second time, which was almost like you almost was wondering, like, were they going to get another opportunity at that point? They did, and 4th and 2, Evan Spencer only picked up 1 yard, and at that point, Barrington was able to run out the clock and celebrate a D2 Super Bowl. So definitely a bitter pill to swallow for the Clippers.
And in high school sports, psychology is much as part of the game. How do you get Cumberland, Coach Lima, not necessarily get over, but refocus the team towards Woonsocket today?
Maybe it helps to have a Thanksgiving rivalry game, and you understand, like you mentioned at the top, that Cumberland has won 10 of the last 11. You want to be that group that keeps that dominance going. So there is a lot of incentive for both sides today to play for, as we'll take a pause here for the national anthem.
And they're also doing a moment of silence as well. And then we will join the Cumberland High School band going into the national anthem.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps and bring your attention to the north end zone as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, performed by the Cumberland High School band under the direction of Michael Ferrocci, and drum majors Abby Pike, Nicole Kachuk, and Caroline Neves.
And a fantastic job yet again done by the Cumberland High School band. We've had the opportunity to listen to them a few times this year, and they never cease to amaze. Before the opening kickoff, we'll figure out who got the coin flip, who's going to receive. We're going to take one commercial break. We'll be back right after this on WOON Radio.
Quality, compassion, community is Landmark Medical Center. But why choose Landmark? Here's why. You get the care you need without traveling far from home. Also, you'll receive heart care, wound healing, and preventative care and services.
Once again, along with I'm Kevin Callahan, along with Brenda McGear. Woonsocket will be receiving the opening kickoff. Woonsocket, Cumberland will be kicking off left to right from their own 40-yard line. Trying to see who's deep back here for Woonsocket. Woonsocket wearing their white uniforms with maroon numbers, white shirts, white pants. Cumberland wearing their gray pants, blue shirts, and white trim numbers with blue.
It looks like Joe Greenless, number 9, he's back deep, and also number 20, Jonathan Pagaro.
And there's a high end-over-end kick to the 8-yard line, taken out to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, turns upfield, and out on the outside to the 30, 35-yard line, down close to the 40, where he's knocked out of bounds. And that kick was returned by number 9, as Brenda mentioned, Joe Greenless, just a sophomore, 5'8", 160 pounds. But Woonsocket will now take over, 1st and 10. We'll see where they officially spot the ball. Because we're streaming this on WoonsocketRadio.com, people can see, so I can't just guess as well as I have when we're just radio. So I'm going to be a little bit more official, and they spot the ball right at the 40-yard line.
I mean, that's a good omen, Kevin, as we open up today. Like, we don't have to really squint our eyes or anything like that. Maybe it's a good sign for a good hash mark kind of game.
Yeah, that'd be great. Cumberland on the artificial turf here. Woonsocket now going right to left. Dante Melton is the quarterback. 12 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions on the air. Hands off. And that goes right away to number 33 for Woonsocket, and that's Michael Cinquantini.
Okay, number 33,
Michael, and the typical running backs are Jonathan Pagaro with 710 yards on the air. So Michael Cinquantini getting the first look of the day, and that's a first down run out across the Cumberland 45 down to the 43-yard line.
I mean, that's called a major wrinkle. We usually, when we talk about Michael Cinquantini, we talk about him from a defensive standpoint. But he looked like
career leader in tackles.
He looked pretty good there, running north to south there on that first carry.
Melton back to pass, goes to Cinquantini again, and I did not talk before the game. I'm assuming Jonathan Pagaro, 79 carries for 710 yards and 5 touchdowns. He wears number 20. I'm assuming he's here.
No, he was back there on the opening kickoff.
Okay, all right, great. Okay. So 2nd down and 7 coming up from the Cumberland 40-yard line. When Melton drops back to pass, look for Jamari Barr. He has 44 receptions on the air for 877 yards. He wears number 8, an outside shot to be a 1,000-yard receiver today. And there's Pagaro. Jonathan Pagaro, as previously mentioned, 710 yards on the season, gets a first down rush out to the 30-yard line. That's going to be Woonsocket first down, and thus far an impressive drive for Woonsocket, going from their 40 to the Cumberland 30.
Yeah, nothing fancy, just a lot of north-south hard running, first from Cinquantini, and now the leading rusher on the season, Jonathan Pagaro. He's getting into the act, and we should mention that the Novans a little bit short-handed on the offensive line. One of their key guys, Dylan Collard, he suffered an injury in the aforementioned Barrington game we talked about at the top, but looks like the Novans are getting a very good push right now against this Cumberland front.
And Woonsocket last played, 2 weeks ago? Brett? And Cumberland last played on Saturday. So Woonsocket maybe a little bit more ready for the game physically. And there's Pagaro on the carry, 5, maybe 6 yards, a 5-yard gain to the 25-yard line. Let's see where the official spot is. I was still surprised with Cinquantini getting the hand off the first 2 carries of the game, but good for Charlie Bebo, mixing things up. Big rivalry, as you mentioned. Bebo and members of his coaching staff not only coaching in this rivalry, but had the opportunity to play in this rivalry as well, and know how important it is in the 59th continuous game. Cumberland's history goes back to 1962 when they opened up against Bishop Feehan in the Thanksgiving game. 1963 had Middletown. We'll get to Woonsocket's history in a little bit. Melton under center, 2nd and 5. Look at the pass. He's rolling right, and he has a receiver, and that ball is dropped. Dropped it just outside the 20, and just a little bit low. Intended receiver, number 9, Joe Greenless, setting up a 3rd down and 5, and just a little bit low on that throw.
Yeah, a little bit low. That Greenless had to really go to his shoe top to try to make that catch, but I would think this is 4-down territory for the Dovins at this point.
Yeah, right away at the 25-yard line.
You want to make a statement?
Absolutely. And if they don't get it, it's not the worst field position that you could give Cumberland starting at their own 25. So I agree with you. Your 4-down territory, meaning they have 2 downs to make up 5 yards. Thank you once again for joining us here on Thanksgiving. Melton under center, and there is a timeout on the field. Timeout Woonsocket. So as Woonsocket takes a timeout, we'll take a timeout. Please stand by for this message. You're listening to Thanksgiving Day Football here on WoonsocketRadio.com. We'll be back right after this.
Meat pies from Al's Place are a perfect complement to your holiday entertainment.
And we're back here at Tucker Field. Woonsocket uses their first timeout on 3rd and 5, needing to get to the 20. Interesting timeout, but I think they just want to make sure they got their play call right, as Brendan mentioned, probably in 4-down territory. Melton under center, second leading rusher on the team. Hands off to Pagaro. Pagaro with a first down run out across the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. And again, nothing fancy, just dragging it right up the middle for a first down run and quieting this Cumberland crowd right now.
Yeah, Ty Bodovuk, the sophomore offensive lineman, undoubtedly one of the key pieces going forward for the Dovins, getting a good push up front and allowing whether it's Cinquantini or Pagaro to get a full head of steam as they go through the line of scrimmage.
Be 1st and 10 for Woonsocket, going right to left across all of your devices. And there's another handoff to Pagaro. Pagaro goes right, bounces left, gets hit, and out across the 15 down to the 14. We'll see if they spot it at the 14. But again, another positive run for Woonsocket. Woonsocket comes in at 4 and 5, averaging 18.67 points per game, giving up 16.5 points a game. Cumberland coming in, averaging 26 points a game, giving up just 10.5.
Yeah, Logan Fay, one of the members of this outstanding secondary for the Clippers, coming up to make the tackle there.
7:36 to go in the first quarter. No score. Woonsocket on their opening drive. Melton back, hands off to Cinquantini. Cinquantini goes right in for a touchdown. Woonsocket! And the Villanovas strike first. Number 33, Michael Cinquantini with a 13-yard touchdown run.
I'm going to go 14 yards right there. That was what an impressive opening drive by Woonsocket, keeping it almost exclusively on the ground, and nothing going outside the tackles or anything. A lot of north-south running, and Michael Cinquantini, a player that we did not call a lot from an offensive standpoint this year, makes a loud statement here on Thanksgiving morning.
Coach Bebo, before the game, purposely points out to me that he's the career leader in Woonsocket tackles in the history of the program. Didn't mention anything about him running the ball, and runs a 14-yard touchdown. They're going to go for 2, and there's a handoff to Cinquantini. He's in for a 2-point conversion. Woonsocket now leads 8-0. Cinquantini with a 2-point conversion is now 8-0. So with 7:26 to go in the first quarter, Woonsocket 8, Cumberland nothing. Cumberland received the ball when we get back after these messages.
This is an ad about a self-made team.
Today's vehicles are a complicated piece of equipment with a network of sensors that monitor your vehicle's performance. In other words, you need an expert. State Line Service and Tire Center, 1209 Social Street, Woonsocket, at the State Line, 765-0146. New customers are welcome.
Are you feeling sick? Thunder Mist Convenient Care can help.
Welcome back. A short kickoff received at the 35 out to the 40-yard line, and I did not see who got that. We had a couple receivers deep, but short kick. Here comes a late flag. Did you see who caught that on the reception?
It was number 2, Logan Fay, on the carry, and it looks like the Novans are going to get some additional yardage as a face mask resulted in Fay being wrestled to the turf.
Wow. So, yeah, that was a late flag. So that typically a face mask penalty, and we're getting the word right now from our referee, Chris Haddon. And we'll see where they spot the ball. But this penalty will definitely favor Cumberland. Personal foul. Oh, it's against Cumberland. Personal foul against Cumberland, so that's going to back it up. And Cumberland would have had the ball at about the 37. We'll see where they back it up to. It was a personal foul. And now referee Chris Haddon explaining the penalty to head coach Josh Lima. So for Cumberland, we expect to see a heavy dose of Andrew Ray, number 8, and number 9, Evan Spencer. Andrew Ray, well over 1,000 yards now in last week's game, and Evan Spencer, safe to say, over 700 yards on the season rushing. Also has a very good arm as he looks for Andrew Nacera as a wide receiver, and maybe Aiden Ray as well.
Both of them had a couple plays there in the Super Bowl. Nacera with a 80-yard touchdown against Barrington.
First handoff to Andrew Ray. As you see, it takes more than one person to bring down Andrew Ray as he's out across the 35, and I think that's going to be enough for a first down run.
Yeah, Andy Ray making his commitment to the URI baseball program official earlier this week. A story you can read in today's Pawtucket Times-Woonsocket Goal, actually, Kevin Callahan.
Oh, that's great. That's
First and 10, 35-yard line.
Love when the players go on to play college sports, and Andrew Ray going to URI to play D1 baseball is a great story. Now the URI baseball coach sits back and crosses his fingers, crosses his toes, and hopes that Andrew Ray can get through one more game without getting hurt so he can hold on to his future baseball player. This is a 2-yard run for Andrew Ray. Second down and 8 from the 37-yard line. Both teams featuring a heavy run game. Cumberland with almost 2,000 yards rushing as a team. Woonsocket also with over 1,000 yards rushing as a team on the year. And there's a fumble on the snap. And that ball is Woonsocket celebrating. Have not seen a signal, but that snap was fumbled. Well, wait, and I think Cumberland's going to keep possession of the ball. And it looked like it almost hit like someone's leg there. I'm not even sure.
Didn't even get to Spencer that time.
And now there's a late flag.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah. Illegal procedure on Cumberland. So that's before the play even happened. So that play now never happened.
So that's I would think that's kind of an early Christmas gift for Cumberland because that could have been disastrous right there. Already down 8-0 and giving Woonsocket a short field to work with.
So an illegal procedure, it was 2nd and 8, will now be 2nd and 13. And now again, Chris Haddon busy early here in the first quarter. 6:20 remains in the first quarter. Having to explain things to Coach Lima earlier and now Coach Bebo now. A legal procedure because maybe Woonsocket did recover the fumble. We're not sure. There was no official announcement, but the whole point is moot now. 2nd and 13 for the Clippers from their own 32.
Second down and 13. 32-yard line.
Evan Spencer in shotgun formation. Hands off to Andrew Ray. Andrew Ray goes left, trying to follow all his lead blockers and just moves that pile out across the 40-yard line. Again, another impressive run. It's going to be 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 4, depending on the spot coming up.
But like you mentioned at the top there, Kevin, it takes a village if you're an opposing team defense to bring down Andy Ray.
And credit to the Cumberland offensive linemen as well, as they've done this all year. 3rd and 4 for the Clippers. Spencer remains in shotgun formation. No receivers to the left, twins to the right. As Cumberland travels left to right across your devices. There are so many now. And Spencer calls his own number, and Woonsocket reads it well. Maybe a yard, but I'm going to say no gain. It's going to be 4th and 4 coming up, depending on the spot. Interesting call coming up for Cumberland. There's no gain for Evan Spencer, 4th and 4. And it looks like initially Cumberland's going to be going for it. Out on the field right now wearing number 24, and we'll get to that story a little bit later, is Ty Troiano. Ty typically wears number 5, wearing an honorary number 24 today. Evan Spencer in 4th down. Will this be the old try and draw more side play and then use a timeout, or are they actually going to go for it? And right now they look like they tried to do the hard count when Socket did not bite. Evan Spencer looking into Coach Lima for signals. 4th and 4. Need to get to the 45-yard line. And I'm going to guess that Cumberland's going to use a timeout right now. Cumberland's going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching on high school football on Thanksgiving on OneSocketRadio.com.
Are you feeling sick? Thunder Mist Convenient.
Find the insurance coverage designed to protect you from the risks of today. Protect your life with a plan designed to fit your needs and budget from Hunter Insurance, the best insurance value in northern Rhode Island, 389 Old River Road in Manville. Call 769-9500.
And welcome back to Tucker Field after the timeout. Cumberland has decided to punt, and he fumbles the snap, gets a high booming spiral kickoff, goes all the way back to the 20-yard line, where it's caught by Greenless. It goes out to the 25 to the 26-yard line. And after the fumble snap, a good punt.
Yeah, Dylan Pichelle, kind of a quiet, unsung hero. We don't talk about the punter a lot, other than if there's a couple of shanks or anything like that. But he had a field goal, if you remember, Kevin Callan, in the Portsmouth playoff game we did a few weeks ago. But
that's right.
So very effective kicking the ball this year for the Clippers.
Yeah, he had a 35-yard field goal right before the half ended, and we talked about it on air and weeks since. That could have been good for 45 yards, as you confirmed with the referees. So Woonsocket will take over, officially spot the ball. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 26-yard line, and I think that was a wise choice for Cumberland to punt that ball. If they had not gotten the first down, Woonsocket, after an impressive opening drive, would have had great field position. Now Woonsocket's deep in their own territory. Well, not too deep, but 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Dante Melton remains under center. Man in motion. And Melton hands off to Cinquintelli again. So we're seeing a double whammy run here. Michael Cinquintini and Jonathan Peguero. I guess it's time to stop being surprised every time Cinquintini touches the ball.
No, I guess the Blues off the rose, as they like to say, Kevin Callahan on Thanksgiving, as we've seen a little deviation from the normal script. We've done our fair share of Woonsocket games this year, and it's been Jonathan Peguero and Dante Melton and doing the bulk of the carrying, but introducing Michael Cinquintini.
2nd and 4 coming up, and there is a handoff to the just before it was Cinquintini to the 24-yard line. Not much of a gain at all on that one. And again, Woonsocket just trying to just run the ball straight. Should be mentioned that Cinquintini is a senior as well, 5'10", 200 pounds, and Peguero, a senior, 5'8", 180. So Charlie Bebo, Coach Bebo, just unloading with the seniors today.
Yep, also Cinquintini, very key baseball player as well. Shout out to Tommy Breen. I know he'll probably be listening today's broadcast.
Melton calls his own number across the 35 to the 36-yard line. I do not think he's going to have enough for a first down. Some of the members of the Woonsocket offensive line thinks he has enough. Not his call. Referee's decision, and it looks like they spotted the ball at the 30. You call that 35? And that is going to be enough for a first. Ooh. Maybe a generous spot there. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 36. Not even a measurement. So Melton, calling his own number, gets a first down yardage. 1st and 10 from the 36, going right to left. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Woonsocket leads 8-0 with the ball. Hands off to Jonathan Pagaro, and he's got 5 yards, 6 as he gets driven out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. And Woonsocket driving the ball very well. Had not attempted a pass yet on the drive, just running the ball with a heavy dose of Michael Cinquantini and Jonathan Pagaro with a sprinkling of Dante Melton mixed in. When Woonsocket does go to pass, look for Jamari Barr, Aiden Carrier, and Benjamin Wilcox to be on the receiving end of his throws, especially Jamari Barr, 44 receptions on the year. Melton, he pitches it to Pagaro. Pagaro in the backfield. Cumberland reads it well and drops it for a loss. Back inside the 40-yard line, back to Woonsocket's own 39-yard line. Big third down play coming up now.
Yeah, Marcus Gomes coming up from the secondary to make a tackle that time. Part of the no-fly zone secondary for this Clippers team. But Gomes and Osera, they are the co-leaders with interceptions going into this game with 6 apiece.
The race is on to see if one of them can take the lead. It's been a race going all year between those two.
3rd and 7 again.
3rd and 7 as you hear our PA announcer in the background, John, telling you. This time we got twins to the right, single receiver to the left. We'll see if Melton's throwing on 3rd and long. Cumberland jumped. There is no flag, and there's a handoff to Pagaro. And Cumberland read it well. And I thought Cumberland may have jumped a little bit there, but no flag on the play. And it's going to be a 4th down.
Yeah, Mark, that was almost like the first time, Kevin. We did see the 3-yard loss on the previous one, but that was the first time that the Cumberland defensive front really got into the teeth of the Woonsocket offensive line.
And with 4th and long and deep in their own territory from their own 39-yard line, Woonsocket will now punt. Back to receive the punt is Logan Fay. Andrew Nacera is back to receive the punt, number 1. My mistake on that. As he stands at his own 28-yard line. .35 seconds to go in the quarter. High snap, received well. Kick, kind of an end over end, lands at the 32 and takes a Woonsocket roll all the way down to inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And that was Ben Wilcox on the punt, who was averaging 39.6 yards a punt. So when we come back, it'll be late in the first quarter, 21.6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Woonsocket leads 8-0 over Cumberland on Thanksgiving football. We'll be back right after this message.
It's come full circle. Owners of Ollie's proud, and they want to partner with the community too. It's time to try the godfather of all pizza shops once again. Ollie's Pizzeria, 204 South Main Street, Woonsocket. Order online at ollie'spizzeria.com.
And we're back at Tucker Field where Cumberland does not wait for us. They just snapped the ball. We'll have to talk to A.D. Crowley about that. And there's a handoff to Andrew Ray. Out about a 5-yard gain to the 25-yard line. Maybe a 6-yard gain?
6-yard gain. It looks like that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
And that officially does do it. So at the end of 1, in a fast-moving first quarter, Woonsocket 8, Cumberland nothing in the 59th annual Thanksgiving football game here on WOON Radio. We'll be back right after these messages.
The latest trends in kitchen and bath design are vivid colors like Viva Magenta being incorporated into
And welcome back to second quarter action from Tucker Field. After 1 quarter of play, Woonsocket leads 8-0 on a Michael Cinquantini 14-yard touchdown run. Neither team has attempted a pass yet in the game. Second down and 3 for Cumberland as we open up the second quarter. Cumberland now traveling right to left. Across your radio dial, across your TVs, across your tablets, your phones, your watches, however you're watching today or listening. Spencer back in shotgun formation. And that play blown dead right before the handoff. We'll go with illegal procedure. That's my guess. Yep, illegal procedure against Cumberland. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. I didn't see much motion, but I don't know if you saw anything there, Brendan. But the referee saw enough of a twitch there. So it'll be second and looks to be about 8 from the 21-yard line.
Yeah, second time that the Clippers have been guilty of an illegal procedure.
Both teams using 1 timeout in the first quarter. So both teams still with 2 timeouts remaining in the first half. Beautiful, 46 degrees today. Northwesterly breeze blowing 10 to 15 miles an hour. Very few clouds in the sky. I've seen Thanksgiving snowstorms, so this is an absolutely perfect day.
Yeah, sometime I remember a few years ago we actually had a game at like sub-zero temperatures as well, Arctic.
Evan Spencer calls his own number and is tripped up in the backfield. A nice solo tackle by number 3, Benjamin Wilcox, the junior. 5'10", 195 is going to be third and long now for the Clippers.
Third down.
So what's going to happen here now, Brendan? Does the crowd have to get motivated to get the team motivated, Cumberland motivated, or does Cumberland need to do something to get the crowd into it?
I think they had to kind of get the crowd involved because, we do have a lot of people here, but, you look out right now and there's a lot of, I think Thanksgiving football is also a chance to see old friends as well. There's a lot of congregating going on. Hey, how's it going? Everything. Maybe the eyes are not so much focused on the field, but the conversations you're having right now. So maybe we need a big play here to kind of energize this crowd.
First pass attempt, but everyone covered upfield. Evan Spencer on the run and gets 1 block, but not enough for a first down as he's driven out of bounds at the 25-yard line. We'll see the official spot as he gets driven out of bounds right in front of the Cumberland bench, but I do not think he had enough for a first down. And it looks like it's going to be 4th down. We'll see where they officially spot the ball. And it looks like they're going to spot it at the 37. So an interesting call here as it's going to be 4th and 2. And I think the interesting call has been made. Dylan Pichel is back to punt for Cumberland as he stands at his own 13-yard line. I guess it wasn't that interesting of a call. Back to receive is number 9, Joe Greenless, the sophomore.
Number 9, Joe Greenless.
Dylan Pichel, a senior with a good leg. Low snap, fielded cleanly, almost blocked. He does get the kick off, lands at the 49-yard line, takes a bit of a Cumberland roll inside the 45, and that'll be down at the 43-yard line. So when we come back, we'll be back after this message. Cumberland 8, Woonsocket nothing with 10:33 to go in the second quarter. Thank you for listening to Thanksgiving Day Football on WoonsockeTradio.com.
There are plenty. Drive. Task at Buick GMC, you will be satisfied.
And we're back here at Tucker Field, and there's a handoff to Johnny Pagara across the 50 to the 45, down to the 40. Finally, not dragged down yet, but yes, finally dragged down, forward progress to the 43-yard line. And again, nothing fancy there from Woonsocket or Jonathan Pagara, but just power running right up the middle.
Yeah, bolt of lightning, just north-south once again. This Novan team, save for a few plays, they have dominated the line of scrimmage right now. And whether it's Pagara or Cinquantini, they are the recipients of some pretty significant holes.
Yeah, first and 10 officially from the Cumberland 42. Woonsocket, as they're running up to the line, they're feeling it right now. They have momentum on their side, and Jonathan Pagara with the big run. I formation, another handoff to Pagara as he follows Cinquantini. Cumberland reads it well, and they knock him down for no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up. Good read there by Cumberland as Peguero could not bounce to the outside.
No, one of the few times that we've seen Woonsocket tried to bounce to the outside, I guess you got to test that once in a while to maybe loosen up the defense. But we highlighted this Cumberland secondary that's done so well this year, and also too, we should mention Patrick Ocampo, a junior for Cumberland, linebacker, very key in stuffing the run game as well.
Coach Lima pointed out that the whole defense pretty much is coming back next year for Cumberland. Melton coming back, attempt their first pass of the game, and that ball is caught by Cinquantini at the 30-yard line as he tries to fight to the 29, down to the 28. We'll see if he has enough. It looks like he needs to get to the 27 for a first down. So it'll either be 1st and 10 or 3rd and short. I think it's going to be 3rd and short. And again, Cinquantini is not in my notes in my stats for receiving today either, Brendan. It's the Michael Cinquantini show here.
It's almost been a flip of the script. You mentioned at the top like how impactful he is in tackling opposing defenders, but here he is imposing his will right now.
3rd and short for the Villanovas. They do have twins to the left. I formation behind Melton. Melton hands off to Peguero. Peguero goes north. Oh, and he's tripped up. Tripped up by number 9, Evan Spence. No, sorry, number 3, Aiden Ray. And will that be enough?
Run down by number 3.
And that is enough for a Woonsocket first down. So a great solo tackle. It was just 3rd and short, and nothing more than Cumberland could do there. Peguero had a head of steam and got the yard or two that he needed for a first down. So Woonsocket 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line of Cumberland. A drive that started at their own 43. I formation, twins to the left. Melton back to pass, goes to Peguero. Peguero gets tripped up about the 25, maybe down to the 24-yard line. Maybe 2nd and 8, possibly 9 coming up. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Woonsocket 8, Cumberland nothing. Again, Cumberland averaging 26 points on the season per game. Has been relegated to punting twice so far. Woonsocket with an impressive drive for a first quarter touchdown. Michael Cinquantini with a 14-yard touchdown run and got the 2-point conversion. That accounts for our 8-0 score. 2nd and 8, Dante Melton under center. Hands off to, there is a flag. And trying to see who got that ball. Was that number 25?
Like number 25.
That is freshman Ariel Medina, who just got added to our roster today. But we'll see what the flag is, though.
Who was on the carry?
Number 25, Ariel Medina, the freshman, but that ball is coming back. So that was a number that was not on our roster, but added by one of the assistant coaches when he came up to the press box earlier, just a freshman. But that play is negated as the penalty. And what was the penalty, Brendan?
Looked like it was a holding on Woonsocket, so knocking him back 10 yards to the 35.
Holding against Woonsocket.
So it'll be
Expected 35-yard line.
second. Let's see, 2nd and 19.
2nd and 19. 2nd and Woonsocket.
2nd and Woonsocket. Melton 1 for 1 on the day passing. We've seen just one pass. There's a hawk hovering over the 50-yard line right now. Oh, there he goes.
2nd down to 19.
My little ADHD kicking in there. Melton in shotgun formation for the first time today.
That Hawks probably looking for a little Thanksgiving meal too.
Early meal. The meal won't be ready till 2. Melton calls his own number, bounces to the outside, and gets down across the 30, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and long coming back up. But he did get 7 yards. And again, we talked about this earlier. He might be in that position of the field where they're in 4-down territory.
No, I definitely think it's 4-down territory for Woonsocket. You're already up 8-0. You're kind of playing with house money right now. You know, you're approaching the red zone of Cumberland. It's almost like, you know, if we turn it over on downs right now or whatever, they still have a long way to go. And we've seen this Cumberland team enough to know that they're not necessarily built for like the quick strike play. They prefer to keep the ball on the ground and let their 2 battering rams do most of the work.
And Woonsocket should be mentioned, they had a great win earlier this year over Central, a Division I team. They won the game 2-0, so they know how to keep a team off the field as well. Central has a good offense. an opening drive safety as they blocked the punt on Central, and the score 2-0 held up for one of Woonsocket wins. And Melton trying to get to the outside, and that could be a horse collar, and it is. There's a flag on the play, and I saw a horse collar. It's on the far side of the field. We'll see what the referees see.
Yeah, referee, sideline judge had a great view of that as Melton was going towards his own bench that time, but I don't know if that's an automatic first down or not.
I think it is an automatic first down. Sometimes I do get my NFL, my college, and my high school rules all kind of mixed up. What's a spot foul? What's an automatic first? But I believe that should be a first down. We'll see. We should mention our crew today: referee Chris Haddon, our umpire Jason Clancy, our head linesman John Coletti, our line judge Tony Tifano, back judge Bruce Ginden Jr., and our clock operator Janiel Severino. And
it is automatic first down.
Automatic first down, and that'll move the chains, and they're going all the way. This might be first and goal. We'll see where they spot it. If it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. So Woonsocket can get a first down out of this. They need 11 for the touchdown. Melton back to pass, and there's a handoff to Cinquettini. Cinquettini just trying to move the line, and gets inside the 10 down to about the 7 or 8 yard line. So a good 3 or 4 yard gain there. With 4:53 to go in the second quarter, Woonsocket leading 8-0, looking to add on to that score.
Kevin, we've done a lot of Cumberland games this year, and we've noted how the Clippers have been the kings of manufacturing long, consuming drives that bleed a lot of time off the clock. Here it is. This Woonsocket drive started at 10:33 the second quarter, and it's about 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Using over half the quarter right now. There's a handoff to Pagaro. Pagaro down to about the 5, where he's met by a bevy of Cumberland tacklers. Be 3rd and short, and you got to wonder if Woonsocket is in field goal range, if they would even attempt that. There is a 10 to 15 mile an hour north-northwesterly breeze right now. I don't see the flags. I'm not sure if they're going into the wind. It's but it'll be 3rd and 4 from the 5-yard line. Not 3rd and goal. Looks like they need to get. Actually, it could be 3rd and 3. Looks like the sticks are set up at the 2. So 3rd and 3 from the 5-yard line. Pagaro, the lone setback. They fake it to Pagaro. They have number 10 wide open in the end zone. And it's a touchdown, Woonsocket! Braden Gibo with wide open, the sophomore wide receiver on the touchdown, keeps his toes in, and that is ruled a touchdown with 3:39 to go. Woonsocket takes a 14-0 lead.
What a great play fake by Dante Melton. The ability to sell it, get the defense to commit, and also credit to the sophomore wide receiver, Gibo, working the back of the end zone and able the concentration to keep both feet in there.
14-0. It looks like Woonsocket will go for 2. They got Cinquettini, the lone setback right now. They have Nicholas Walkowski. Nope, I'm sorry. Gibo, sorry. And they hand off to Cinquettini, and the 2-point conversion is good. So with 3:39 to go in the first half, Woonsocket now leads 16-0 over Cumberland. We'll be right back after this message, and you're listening to Thanksgiving Day Football on WoonsockettRadio.com.
Quality Compassion Community is Landmark Medical Center. But why choose Landmark? Here's why. You get the care you need without traveling far from home. Also, you'll receive heart care, wound healing, and preventative care and services. Plus, you get emergency care 24 hours a day, every day at Landmark Medical Center. Your community hospital is Landmark Medical Center, 150.
And welcome back to Tucker Field. Braylon Gibo with a 5-yard touchdown catch, and Cinquettini with a 2-point conversion as the wind is kicked up here in the press box. Get our notes all set. 16-0, and a potential upset brewing here at Tucker Field.
Yeah, we got a long way to go, but what an early statement by the Novans here.
High end-over-end kick. Sorry, Brendan. Taking it at the 15 to the 20 to 25-yard line. and ridden out of bounds at the 28. Please complete your thought.
Yeah, just once again, I don't think anybody maybe initially saw this going in, but, do you bring up the question of is there a Super Bowl hangover for a team that's kind of maybe still looking at its wounds, still trying to flush out that game, and also for a Woonsocket team that, let's be quite frank, they had a disappointing season. They didn't make the playoffs, and we've seen the talent so far. This group really come to fruition here for a lot of them their last game. But what's been nice to see about Woonsocket is that everything's been predominantly on the ground here. The 1-2 punch of Cinquintini and Jonathan Bigaro, they complement each other, and that helps set up one of the few passing plays by Dante Melton, resulting in a touchdown.
Yeah, Melton 2 for 2 unofficially on the day. And there's a handoff from Spencer to Andrew Ray. And Andrew Ray's got a power run. He's across the 50. The 40. Will they catch him? Down to the 20. Oh, he's brought down by number 8, Jamari Barr, as he closed in on him. But what a great run by Andrew Ray. And that gets the crowd on their feet.
Well, if they needed, this Cumberland sideline needed a turbo shot of excitement, Andy Ray just provided it as he was in a foot race to try to get to the end zone and nearly made it all the way.
With 3:17 to go in the first half, Woonsocket takes a timeout. We'll be back after this message on WOON 1240 AM 99.5 FM.
It's come full.
And welcome back, and thank you again for watching and listening to Thanksgiving High School football here on WOON Radio. Andy Ray, a 52-yard run, and Jamari Barr running him down. We mentioned him as a wide receiver and failed to mention how many of these players play both sides of the ball, and Jamari Barr just running him down and making a touchdown-saving tackle.
Oh, and it was almost a surefire 6 points there for the Clippers, but Jamari Barr not quitting on the play here and resulting in giving this Woonsocket defense a chance for redemption here, see if they can slow down what all of a sudden has become a juiced up Cumberland attack.
Evan Spencer looking to call his own number. There was a helmet on the field. As Spencer calls his own number, Cumberland player loses the helmet. Now there's a late flag. Not much of a gain for Spencer. We'll see what the penalty is. It was late, so you wonder if it's a personal foul. If again, the old people, asking each other what they're having for Thanksgiving dinner, and
we should mention that the Cumberland band is making its way onto the field. You stay tuned at halftime for one of the traditions of this rivalry, the Battle of the Bands.
And with the way the camera is set up, you can see the Woonsocket band is occupying, well, if you can, I'll let you know anyway. The Woonsocket band is occupying the left side of the bleachers across the field from us. And we have penalty against Woonsocket. It looks like an unsportsmanlike conduct, and I wonder, it looks like it was Evan Spencer that lost his helmet. So you wonder if it was a hit to the head or something that knocked his helmet off that led to the penalty. But that's going to be a first down for Cumberland and deeper field position as there's 3:03 to go in the first half. Cumberland now has their best field position of the day. First and goal from, what do you call that, the 9 or the 8-yard line?
It looks like we'll call it the 9.
The 9-yard line.
But, from the Ray lengthy run, which 52 yards to getting unsportsmanlike conduct, just like that, the Clippers are in business here at first and goal.
Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Andrew Ray in the backfield. Evan Spencer calls his own number. He had a hole, and Woonsocket quickly closed on the hole, but not before he gets some positive yards out near the 5-yard line.
Evan Spencer.
And Spencer just trying to run it north to south, basically. Had a hole, but credit Woonsocket for closing that hole. It's going to be second and goal, and they spot the ball at the 6-yard line, it looks like.
Alex Herrera.
Ray in the backfield. Spencer under center. Now he goes to shotgun. Single wide out to the left. Twins to the right. Players are looking back at Coach Lima for the call. 2:04 to go in the first quarter. Is this a bleed the clock moment? They're comfortable with the play, or are they just waiting for the call to come in?
Well, this is almost like, maybe a 2-for-1 too for Cumberland. We'll get to that in a second.
Spencer back there, and he's hit as he throws the ball, and the ball incomplete, and he is hit by, who's that, number 6? It was 6 by Isaiah Figueroa, senior, 5'9", 175, and that totally affected Spencer's throw.
So, if you're Cumberland right now, we kind of see this is the old Patriot way of, you control the ball for the end of the first half, and you receive the opening kickoff to start the second half. If they come away with points here and score on the opening kickoff of the second half, just like that, they're back in business.
Exactly. So Spencer in shotgun formation, and again, twins to the left, single wide out to the right. Senior Andy Ray behind him as they look in for the call. 1:48 to go. Woonsocket 16, Cumberland nothing, but Cumberland looking to maybe cut the lead in half, depending if they score and go for 2. Player in motion. Spencer looking to call his own number, trying to follow the lead blocker, Andrew Ray, and there is a flag on the play as Evan Spencer gets across the 5, gets down to about the 3. We'll see what the flag is. And it's a hold against Cumberland that it will negate that play, and it'll come back. So Cumberland kind of shooting themselves in the foot on that one, as taking away the positive yards to the 3. The ball will be spotted back near the 15-yard line. Be third down again. As Brendan mentioned, please stay with us at halftime. There'll be a battle of the bands between Cumberland and Woonsocket. For probably, we're not exactly sure how long halftime is. Halftime is typically about 12, 13 minutes. Might be a little bit longer today.
3rd and goal. 16-yard line.
Be 3rd and goal from the 16 as you hear our PA announcer John make that call. Opens up the field a little bit for Cumberland, but they are deep in their own territory. Spencer back to pass, and he has a receiver. Is that number 1?
Was Andrew, number 1, Andrew Nocera.
Yeah, they're supposed to throw it on our side of the field. So it'll be 4th and goal, and we know Dylan Pichel, the senior, can make this field goal. However, does Cumberland want to make a statement and not make it 16-3, but try to make it 16 to at least 6?
Looks like they're going to talk it over here, so they got to take a timeout.
As they talk about it, with a timeout, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, there'll be a minute 13 to go in the first half. You'll listen to Thanksgiving Football on WOON, AM and FM.
The latest trends.
And welcome back to Tucker Field for the final minute. I'll put a second back on the clock. Minute 13 to go in the half. Both teams have 1 timeout left. Both teams using 1 timeout each in the first quarter. And still no, I just saw Dylan Pichel, the field goal kicker, in the huddle, and now he comes off the side, back to the sideline. So Cumberland will indeed be going for it here on 4th and goal from
the 11.
The 11-yard? No, the 6-yard line. 6-yard line.
6.
4th and goal. 6-yard line.
Cumberland's like, don't cost us 5 yards, Brendan. Spencer shotgun formation. Nocera in motion. Back to pass. He's looking for Nocera. Now he looks like he's going to call his own number. It's a fumble on the play! Woonsocket knocked the ball out, and they will recover the ball at the 5-yard line, and Woonsocket will take over 1st and 10 from their own 5. And that ball just got popped out. You wonder if a helmet went on the ball to pop that ball out. Yeah, he wasn't going to get into the end zone.
You usually don't see a ball pop out like that unless it's like you really get a helmet on that ball. But it popped out quick, and the Woonsocket defense coming up with a huge stand here as they have the opportunity to melt away the final minute 7 and go in with a pretty good-sized lead here at 16-0 at the half.
And credit, go back to the 52-yard run by Andrew Ray. Credit Jamari Barr for running him down and making that tackle, a touchdown-saving tackle. Ultimately, no touchdown for Cumberland. Melton under center, 1st and 10 from their own 5. And there's a handoff to Pagaro. Pagaro gets to the left, out across the 5, down to the 6. Both teams with one timeout left. We'll see if either team uses it as we tick under a minute to go in the first half. Woonsocket leads 16-0. He gave him 5 yards on that, so it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 10.
Number 55.
Getting out of trouble from their own 5, taking away any potential of a safety. He's 2nd and 5, 37 seconds to go in the first half. Woonsocket doesn't look like they're in any rush, so you wonder if this might be the last play of the first half.
10-yard line.
Yep, and Melton takes a knee. And we'll see if Cumberland uses their final timeout. And it does not look like they are, as we're down to 15 seconds to go in the half. Woonsocket seems very comfortable with running out the half. Cumberland's kind of standing around. The clock is running, but it doesn't. It looks different on the field. All right, there goes the Cumberland bench to the sideline. Okay, we are officially at halftime. Okay, at halftime. Woonsocket 16, Cumberland nothing, and it has to be an upset in the minds of many people here for Thanksgiving football. Before the Battle of the Bands, we're going to take a couple commercial. We'll be back after these commercial breaks. Once again, we're at halftime. Woonsocket 16, Cumberland 0 on WOON, AM and FM, and Woonsocketradio.com.
Car accidents are the worst, but they do happen. And if it happens to you, then you need to get that vehicle to Cody's Auto Body of North Smithfield. Since 1969, Mike and the staff of Cody's Auto Body has been your collision repair specialist. And after the repair is done, Cody's will finish the job with expert auto painting to match the rest of your car. So if the worst happens, bring your car to Cody's Auto Body across the street from the North Smithfield Fire Station on St. Paul Street, North Smithfield. Every day, more people are discovering Fast Eddie's Cocktails and Dreams. Now that it's football season, Fast Eddie's Cocktails and Dreams will be open on Sundays at 10 a.m. They'll have a special football menu and football specials, so come down to Fast Eddie's Cocktails and Dreams and catch the NFL action on their many TVs. Fast Eddie's Cocktails and Dreams, 350 River Street in Woonsocket. Open Thursday through Saturday at 11 a.m. and now Sundays at 10 a.m. Visit their Facebook page to see their lunch and dinner specials.
And welcome back to Tucker Field. We are at the beginning of halftime, and as you can see, the Cumberland cheerleaders are performing right now, and we are under the understanding that we will also be having a Battle of the Bands. And Brendan, they put 12 minutes on the clock at halftime. I think we're going to run a little over on that.
I think we will have a little bit. I'm sure we will kick it to when the Battle of Bands takes place, but just to recap this first half, Kevin, Woonsocket, they came out, thrown out the first punch on the opening drive. We saw a lot of Michael Cinquintini. Like we said at the top, we usually call his name from a defensive standpoint, making tackles, but running the ball, hard aggression, pairing well with Jonathan Pagaro, resulting in the game's first touchdown. And the Novans able to add to that lead in the second quarter, where Dante Melton dropping back to pass. Great play fake by the senior quarterback and able to find Braylon Gibo in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, that was he was left wide open. Just a sophomore, Gibo, which is going to make Coach Bebo happy for his future. He's got himself a wide receiver running the right routes and getting wide open in the back of the end zone. And again, we've touched on it a couple of times. Your thoughts on Woonsocket? Basically, their first game in about 2 weeks. Cumberland. It's so tough to get that emotion up, but you can see by the crowd it's a meaningful game. How does Cumberland keep their emotions up to get back into the game?
Well, I guess the good news is if you're Cumberland, you do get the ball to start the second half, so it's up to Coach Lima right now and his crew to kind of result. Hey guys, this is our home field right now. We're not only trying to keep the trophy in our possession for another year, but this is our last game here as a group this season. We don't want to go out with a whimper.
Right. Exactly, and Woonsocket can come into this with this. We've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So when we come back, we think we're going to have the Battle of the Bands. So please stay tuned through these messages. It's halftime at Tucker Field. Woonsocket 16, Cumberland 0. We'll be back on Woonsocketradio.com right after this.
This is Robert Stewart, president of the Woonsocket Teachers Guild, wishing the Woonsocket High School Villanova football team success on the gridiron this season. Each year when the fall season rolls around, we get excited as the temperature drops, Autumn Fest draws near, pumpkin flavor everything is available, and weekly football games get our blood pumping. The educators of Woonsocket are excited for all our student athletes who work hard, sacrifice, and are proud to represent our community. Please consider coming out to watch our Villanovans play at familiar Berry Field this year. On behalf of the Woonsocket Teachers Guild, thank you for supporting our schools, and we hope to see you at the games.
When you need legal representation for personal injury, traffic violation, DUI charge, or criminal defense, you need sound advice. Call attorney Peter J. Hopkins at 356-1043. He believes in treating each client with dignity and respect. That's attorney Peter J. Hopkins, 191 Social Street, Woonsocket, 356-1043. It's important to have someone in your corner. That number is 356-1043. Attorney Peter J. Hopkins.
And welcome back to Tucker Field. As you can see, the Woonsocket cheerleaders taking their turn. We are at the half. A surprising first half as Woonsocket leads 16-0. Woonsocket came in to this game with a 4-5 record, averaging 18.7 points a game, giving up 16.5. Cumberland coming in with a 10-1 record, averaging 26 points and giving up 10. We have seen the Woonsocket defense step up in a game that we did earlier this year when they beat Central 2-0. I never called a 2-0 game before on a block punt in the first quarter on a score that held up. So the defense is probably getting more and more motivated on Woonsocket to keep Cumberland off the board. So again, we are back here at Tucker Field, and just to touch, this all-time series goes back to 1964. It's the third oldest between all the Rhode Island teams. It's the second longest uninterrupted for Rhode Island, as Cumberland leads this series 36-18 with 4 ties. Cumberland has won 10 of the last 11. Woonsocket did last win 18-15 in 2019. It ranks, like we said, third. Wesley Stonington played a 105th Thanksgiving Day game today. LaSalle East Providence played their 94th, and Coventry West Warwick, which began in 1948 with a break in the 50s and early 60s, will play their 61st game today as well. Right behind Cumberland is, let me get this right here, is Portsmouth and Middletown as they play their 58th uninterrupted Thanksgiving Day game today. And now we have the Cumberland Band going out on the field, as well as the Woonsocket Band going onto the field right now. So we're going to let you sit back and enjoy this battle of the bands, as you can hear our PA announcer, John. The battle of the drum line. Always a pretty cool event and a good tradition to have the bands go against each other. Woonsocket completes their drums. We'll see how Cumberland now answers. I would say Cumberland had a good answer for Woonsocket's drums, as now Woonsocket steps up for their answer to Cumberland. And I think we have time for Cumberland to have one more answer for Woonsocket, and we do. The Cumberland drummers trying to work up the crowd and get them going, and did a nice job as the Cumberland faithful was starting to get into that. And when Socket took a little smack to the Cumberland band, let's see how Cumberland answers on their final possession, if you will. And someone is hanging upside down right now on the Cumberland band side. Actually, several people are. They are playing. Two Cumberland band members are going to play the drums upside down. An incredible performance by the Cumberland High School marching band drummers as that gets the crowd riled up. We'll see if any of that can lead into Cumberland receiving the second half kickoff. And to see if looks like the bands are just about done as both teams are looking to take the field to get some warm-ups in before the second half starts. We're going to take a halftime break here. We'll be back from Tucker Field with the halftime score, Woonsocket 16, Cumberland nothing. We'll be back after these messages right after this on WoonsocketRadio.com.
The Blackstone River Federal Credit Union is a full-service community credit union featuring many products and services, including mobile banking, courtesy pay, and overdraft protection, online banking, and bill pay, plus access to 30,000 no-fee ATMs. Refinance your dealer car loan and get up to $300 to refinance. The Blackstone River Federal Credit Union, Monument Square, Woonsocket, and 100 Old River Road in Lincoln. Courteous, prompt, helpful service.
Now celebrating 50 years in business, Cumberland House of Pizza welcomes you. From freshly baked pizzas, calzones, and grinders to soups, salads, burgers, pasta dishes, and Friday seafood specials, an eat-in Cumberland House of Pizza meal is just like pulling up a chair at the family dinner table. Cumberland House of Pizza, 2360 Mendon Road in Cumberland. See the full menu online at chopsri.com. 50 years in business for Cumberland House of Pizza.
And welcome back to Tucker Field. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. We have Tasker Buick, GMC, Lincoln, North Smithfield, Urgent Care, Michaud Auto Body, Woonsocket Door Sales, State Line Service, Landmark Medical Center, Ollie's Pizza, Cumberland Kitchen and Bath, Family Discount Furniture, Cody's Auto Body, Fast Eddie's Cocktails and Dreams, Woonsocket Teachers Guild, Attorney Peter Hopkins, Cumberland House of Pizza, Cumberland's Cousins Collision Center, Blackstone River Federal Credit Union, Hunter Insurance, Thunder Mist Health Center, Navigate Credit Union in Al's Place. We'd like to thank all the sponsors. Without your support, we don't get to bring these games to you all season long that we have been doing all year long. Rhode Island High School football, Friday night, Saturday afternoons. It's been an absolute pleasure doing these games. And we've got one more half to go in our high school season. Second half of the game coming up. Woonsocket leading Cumberland 16-0. Cumberland receives the ball to start the second half in this 59th annual game that dates back to 1964. As previously mentioned, Cumberland played Bishop Feehan in 1962 and Middletown in 1963. Woonsocket has a slightly longer history. They played Mount St. Charles from 1933 to 1950. They played Pawtucket West, people know it now as Shea, in 1952. And then they played Burrillville from 1954 to 1963 before taking over with the Cumberland rivalry. And there's been a great rivalry through the years. Cumberland has enjoyed basically a 2-1 advantage over this. We welcome back to the booth Brendan McGann. Brendan, you get to see firsthand knowledge, firsthand the battle of the bands, and those drummers hanging upside down was pretty cool.
It will be a video posted shortly, but I wanted to go down there, Kevin, and ask about the goal line standby Woonsocket right before the half. The freshman Ariel Medina, who had a carry that was taken away because of penalty, it was him who stuffed Evan Spencer there on the fourth down carry. So credit to the ninth grader there for coming over with a huge play defensively.
The Woonsocket assistant coach, who was up here before the game, setting a couple things up for Woonsocket, mentioned that he is going to be a special player. Just a freshman, was not even in our roster, had to write him in. So just a freshman, Ariel Medina, someone to be looking for not only for the rest of this game, but for the next 3 years after this as well. Important drive coming up for Cumberland, as Woonsocket will be kicking off to Cumberland. Cumberland will then be driving left to right across your devices. Two receivers back at their own 20, and the ball looks like it's going to go out of bounds. It goes out of bounds at the 26. So we believe that Cumberland will now take over at their own 35. Took us about half the year to figure out that rule exactly.
Like you said, Kevin, it's like, you have your NFL rules, you have your college rules, and then you have your high school rules, and then within, like Rhode Island, Massachusetts, you have a little bit of separation in terms of what the rule interpretation is.
And actually, Cumberland is making them re-kick, which is also their right. They could have, when the ball goes out of bounds between the 0 and the 30, they could take it at the 35. From the 31 on, they can add 5 yards to where it goes out of bounds, or at any time they can ask Woonsocket, or the other team, to re-kick, and that's exactly what they're doing. So instead of kicking from the 40, Woonsocket will now kick from the 35. Their deep receivers are now positioned at the 25-yard line. And number 4 for Woonsocket kicks in that ball. Oh, it takes a big high hop at the 40, and it's loose. And it's at the 36, and that was Alexander Gaynor was on that kick. And if you can get an onside kick to pop up like that, that ball just popped up like it hit like a bad hop in the infield of a baseball game.
Yeah, it looked like there was not a lot of sense of urgency on the Cumberland return game to pounce on that ball. And Woonsocket, they were like sharks in the water, smelling blood, and they came very close to recovering that kick.
Cumberland very fortunate to start 1st and 10 now at their own 37 on a ball that took a wicked hop at the 40, and it paralyzed the Cumberland receivers there for just a moment. Important drive here as we get the third quarter underway here. So Evan Spencer under center, hands off to Andrew Ray. Andrew Ray's got a hole. He's out to the 40, 45, and to the 50. They can't drag him down, and about 4 people drag him down, but not before he gets into Woonsocket territory, out to the 49-yard line of Woonsocket. Again, an impressive run for Cumberland and Andrew Ray, as now Cumberland goes with a bit of a hurry-up offense. Spencer in shotgun formation, twins to the left, and he fakes off. No, he does. He hands it off to Ray, and Ray gets positive yards down the 45 to about the 43-yard line. We'll see the official spot. That looks to be, that's a real good spot, to the 42-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. And Spencer hands off to Ray. Ray's got enough for a first. And down to the 36-yard line. And again, Cumberland playing the kind of hurry up, see if they can get Woonsocket back on their heels a bit and be. You mentioned that they're not typically a quick scoring offense, Brendan, but they might have to be a quick scoring offense on this drive, the way they're going with the no huddle.
Yeah, just a lot of quick tempo right now for this Cumberland offense.
Andrew Ray, once again, positive yards, not as many as the last, but positive yards. We'll give him about 3 or 4.
Carried by number 8, Andrew Ray.
And now they're slow to get up. They're not going with the hurry up as much here. Actually, they gave him a pretty good spot. Looks like they gave him about 5 yards there, Brendan.
A pretty good spot right there.
I had it for about 2 yards less, personally.
I think it'll be a little closer to 32, it looks like.
32-yard line.
2nd and 5, Spencer from the 32 gets across the 30 down to the 29. Looks like they'll whisk him down at about the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd and we'll go with a long 1, a short 2.
But all Andy Ray on this opening drive.
What's that?
All Andy Ray on this opening drive.
3rd down.
Spencer in shotgun formation where he has been for most of the game. Every once in a while we'll see a bunch formation with Spencer under center. We have not seen that today yet.
28-yard line.
Officially 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Spencer going back in shotgun.
And it looks like he's going to call his own number. Looking for a block, gets one, and he's going to have enough for a first as he goes inside the 25-yard line as they continue to wind the clock. 9:23 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Woonsocket leading 16-0. Cumberland on an important opening second half drive right now has 1st and 10 from the 20, we'll call it the 23.
Call it 23.
Cumberland started this from their own 37. Fortunate to start from their own 37 as the kickoff bounced high in the air. Woonsocket almost recovered the opening kickoff. Nasera in motion. They hand off to Andy Ray. Andy Ray's got a hole up the middle, and he plows ahead for positive yards down close to the 15. He needs to get to just inside the 14 for a first, but they have 2nd and very short coming up.
Yeah, it's just a steady diet of Andy Ray right now, going up the middle, and he's gained the lion's share of the carries here on this opening drive in the second half.
He is a 1,000-yard rusher on the year, and with what he got 2 touchdowns last week against Barrington, so 13 touchdowns on the year. Spencer shotgun formation, and there is a handoff, and that is to Nasera. Nasera finds a hole, he jumps over his own player, and Cumberland Clippers with a touchdown. Andrew Nasera with a touchdown on a different type of play call. And how many yard touchdown run was that?
Yeah, just a little fancy play calling there by head coach Josh Leva, incorporating arguably your best wide receiver into the running game. I've said this all season long, you get Nasera in an open field, it's going to be very hard to tackle him because he has that extra gear to pull away from everyone, and you saw it right there on that touchdown run. Impressive opening drive to start the second half for Cumberland.
Very impressive. Now Cumberland will go for 2. Spencer looks like he wants to pass, and that ball is... We're looking for a signal from the officials. No signal yet. And it's incomplete. The 2-point conversion falls incomplete. So with 8:17 to go in the 3rd quarter, Cumberland gets off the schneid, as they say. Woonsocket 16, Cumberland 6. We'll be back on WoonsocketRadio.com right after this message.
Cousins Collision Center services all makes of cars, SUVs, and light trucks, featuring their state-of-the-art color matching and frame straightening. They also feature scratch and dent removal, glass replacement, and graphics removal. Cousins Collision will give you unbeatable prices and accurate estimates. Cousins Collision Center on Foundry Street in Woonsocket, off Olo Street, 766-7679.
And welcome back to Tucker Field. Brendan, you think there'll be any trickery or chicanery here? Any onside attempt?
Well, I feel like just maybe going for a Woonsocket, emptying the playbook with Michael Cinquantini. And Coach Beepo said at the half when I talked to him, said we're going back to the old Woonsocket power game. Per se, and look at what Cumberland did here. We saw a steady diet of Andy Ray, but in the end they went with the Lightning and Andrew Nasera for the touchdown.
Ball received at the 10, out to the 15, going to the left side to the 20, and Greenless tries to turn it upfield at the 25, where he was ridden out of bounds.
Yeah,
And a
great
good solo
special
tackle.
teams tackle by Aiden Ray, Andy's younger brother, coming down there and cutting off the angle.
And you
for
can see
Woonsocket.
you can see that Cumberland has a little bit of momentum right now with the early score here in the second half. They still trail by 10. We'll see what kind of answer Woonsocket has, as we've seen a steady diet of Michael Cinquantini and Jonathan Pagero. We'll see if they answer with that same tandem, or if they let Dante Melton and see if they can get Jamari Barr in single coverage down one of the sidelines. He was able to display his speed when he ran down Andy Ray. And Jamari Barr is in single coverage out on the left side at the bottom of your screen, if you're watching. Twins to the right, Melton in shotgun formation, and he hands off to Pagero. Cumberland reads it well. No gain and maybe a loss of 1 or 2 yards there. Cumberland seems to be a little bit more motivated. I'm not sure what psychologist Josh Lima said to them at halftime, but he has them a little bit more riled up there, as that looks to be about a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, it started at the 27, looked like a 3-yard loss here, so we're going back to the 24. Great push up front by the Cumberland defensive line that time.
So 2nd and 14 for the Villanovans from their own 24-yard line, going right to left. Woonsocket leading 16-6 in our 59th annual Thanksgiving Day game. And a quick pass caught at the 25 to the 27-yard line, brought down. It's going to be 3rd and long, coming up and trying to get a number on who that pass was completed.
That was number 10.
So number 10 for Woonsocket. Oh, Braden Gabo, who caught the touchdown pass earlier this game, emerging as a primary target here for Dante Melton in a game featuring about 95% runs for both teams combined. Be 3rd and 6.5 to almost 7 yards. Big 3rd down play coming up for Woonsocket. If Cumberland can get a 3 and out, they will have wrestled most of the momentum away from Woonsocket. So a big 3rd down play here for Woonsocket coming up. If they can get a first and quiet the gentleman with the horn right in front of us, Brendan. Melton trying to get to the outside. He's going to have trouble getting there. He does get to the outside, and we'll see where the spot is. I think he's going to come up short of the first down. We'll see where the spot is. He gets close to the 35, maybe the 36. If he can get to the 36 at the first, if it's a spot at the 35, it'll be 4th and short.
Yeah, it looked like Melton slowed up as he came out of bounds by the opposing team's quarterback, Evan Spencer. So one QB helping out the other, because there could have been a tough spill over there.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be 4th.
Official timeout.
They're going to measure. We'll stay right here as they're going to call for a measurement. Huge play here. 4th and inches or 1st and 10. And I saw them call for a measurement. Okay, here they come. The two people in the chains do have to work together in tandem. One can't leave without the other. We saw that once.
It is a partnership.
Going to come out for their official measurement. Everyone's going to huddle around the ball. We're not going to be able to see. What do you think, though, Brendan?
I think it's going to be. It looks like a little bit short.
Let's see, and I think you are right. I think they're going to be a little bit short. So an interesting play call now. Does Woonsocket on 4th and inches with Cinquantini, Pagero, or Melton, 3 powerful running backs. Any of those 3 could touch the ball to pick up inches, or do they take the safety and go out and punt?
I think, you know what? I'm a riverboat gambler. You leave it all on the line right now. You got to go for it right now. You know, we saw Dante Melton. He has the ability to kind of tuck underneath. And you do, like we said, you do have Cinquantini and Pagero, who have both enjoyed productive mornings here at Tucker Field.
That's right. It's still morning. And, well, I think Coach Bebo listened to you, Brendan, because it looks like they're going to go for it. The next question is, will it be the hard count to try and draw them offside and use a timeout, or actually go with the snap? We'll see. Melton going under center. He does have a single receiver to the left, a single receiver to the right, but we all know a run is coming or a hard count. Hard count, Melton takes it himself and tries to push the line, and I don't know, Brendan. Cumberland's reacting like they stopped him. No official word yet, and there may even be another measurement. Woonsocket's saying they got it. Cumberland saying they stopped them. And, judging by Cumberland's reaction, the spot is enough for a first down. Wow.
Well, Cumberland is no stranger to having spot issues, I guess, per se, on 4th and down. But once their defense this time, they're the ones who are not the beneficiary of a close call.
5:35 to go in the third quarter. Woonsocket leading 16-6 and making the first down. We'll go with a millimeter.
I mean, you can't even give it a full yard here. But what a critical play right now and a gamble.
And there's a handoff to Cinquantini, and Cumberland riled up, dropped him for a 1, maybe 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 11 coming up. Woonsocket operating from their own about 35-yard line, and that's where the spot is, the 35. They need to get to the 46-yard line, so 2nd and 11 coming up for the Villanovas of Woonsocket. I mean, that last 4th down play, you saw both teams acting like that they won the battle. Referees are put in a tough position there on that spot.
But Woonsocket, they're taking their time here. They probably think, we got a fresh set of downs here. We can bleed more time off the clock here. Like we saw over the course of the year. That's what Cumberland did, and that's what made them so successful this season.
Well, still a 2-score game in Woonsocket's favor. Woonsocket has the ball. We do play 4 12-minute quarters. We're in the third quarter. Melton back to pass. He drops back, throws off his back foot, and it's caught. Caught to 35, to the 40, down to the 43, and that ball is caught by number 3, Benjamin Wilcox.
Melton's pass is complete to Wilcox.
Interesting play there as Mel was throwing off his back foot.
Yeah, and into traffic a little bit.
Yes.
Wilcox didn't exactly have a good area for a screen to kind of get some yardage here, but able to get the ball and pick up some positive yardage with the ball crossing the 40-yard line.
So we'll go with about 3rd and, would you say, we'll go 3rd and 4. From the 47, looks like they need to get to the Cumberland 49.
Looks like at the 42.
I'm sorry, 42. I'm off by 10 yards. Well, you did that earlier.
I did that earlier, so we're even now.
And they need to get to the 46-yard line. Cumberland showing blitz, and they send everybody at Mel, and they stop him right at the line. And then I think he's going to be ruled down. He will be ruled down. Forward progress had been stopped. No fumble on the play. Forward progress had been stopped. I feel like I'm talking to the fans in the crowd. But Cumberland, for the first time all game, sends the house. And a great defensive call there as they stuff Dante Melton, forcing them into a 4th and long and an obvious punting situation right now from their own 40. Gave him forward progress to the 40. It is 4th and 6.
But you wonder too, Kevin, was the mission accomplished a little bit, because if you're Woonsocket, you're able to take just exactly right now over 5 minutes of clock off this game.
Wilcox back to punt. Number 3, Aiden Ray, back to receive as he stands at his own 30-yard line. And it's a short end over end, lands at the 45, takes a little bit of a Woonsocket roll. When we come back, Cumberland's going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Woonsocket 16, Cumberland 6. You're watching and listening on Woonsocketradio.com.
There are plenty of new Buick and GMC vehicles in stock right now at Tasker Buick GMC. Whether you need a spacious SUV like the Buick Encore or Enclave for your family adventures, or a rugged truck like the GMC Acadia or Canyon for your toughest jobs, Tasker Buick GMC has you covered. Tasker Buick GMC, Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Visit online at TaskerBuickGMC.com to browse the selection and schedule your test drive. Tasker Buick GMC, you will be satisfied.
And there's a handoff to Andrew Ray as we welcome you back to Tucker Field. Positive yards across the 45 to the 47-yard line. 2:36 to go in the third quarter to the 49-yard line. They need to get just across midfield for a first. Spencer in shotgun formation. Handoff to Ray. Across the 50, and we'll see if that's enough for a first down. We'll see where the spot is. It's either going to be 3rd and very short or 1st and 10. And judging by that spot, it looks like it should be enough for a first. But they have not moved the chains.
31.
Yeah, it is a first. The referee just pointed first down, and now they got to move the chains. The referee again points first down. They have not moved the chains. The side judge is begging them, the chain gang, to move the chains.
Yeah, Coach Bebo is questioning about where the spot is right now, but to no avail.
Referee Chris Haddon was signaling first down several times. First and 10 for Cumberland inside Woonsocket territory. He's going deep. He's got Nacera. Oh, Andrew Nacera in double coverage. And back was Pagero and Dante Melton back in coverage. That would have been a very difficult completion to make to Nacera.
Yeah, but saw a similar play like that in the Super Bowl where, Nacera commands so much attention because of his speed that you have to rotate that safety over once you see the ball is go in the air because he is so lethal if he gets a hand on the hands on the ball, as we saw there on the touchdown run.
And we did see a couple 47-yard completions to Nacera earlier this year. There's a handoff to Andrew Ray on 2nd and 10. And he picks up about 5 yards down across the 45. We'll see if the spot's at the 44. They need to get to the 39-yard line. So we'll go 2nd and 5. 2nd and a long 5, short 6.
By number 3, Wilcox. 3rd down.
So 3rd down, important series here for Cumberland as time is expiring here in the 3rd quarter as we go under a minute.
3rd and 6 again.
Sure, Cumberland would love to get a score here, possibly by the end of the 3rd quarter. It's going to be tough to get. Nacera in motion. They hand off to Ray. Ray goes left.
But we have a penalty on the play, so we'll see what that is. Could be procedure against the Clippers.
That would be the initial gut feeling is procedure because they did blow the play dead. The only other times they blow the play dead is when the defense is unabated to the quarterback, and I didn't necessarily see that. So, yeah, you see referee Chris Haddon signaling for a legal procedure, blows the play dead, so it'll be 3rd and long instead of 3rd and 5 or 6. It looks like it'll be 3rd and 11 now from the Woonsocket 49-yard line, 46.5 seconds to go. In the 3rd quarter, Woonsocket leading 16-6.
49-yard line.
You do have Nacera lined up to the far right at the bottom of your screen. Twin receivers to the left. Andrew Ray is one of the receivers. Empty backfield. First time we've seen an empty backfield today for Cumberland. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. He looks like he's going to throw. He turns left and then decides to take it himself and gets positive yards down to the 42-yard line, but it is going to set up 4th down.
79.
Say 4th and 3, depending on the spot here.
79. Miguel Ball.
And I would assume that Cumberland will now run out the 3rd quarter. So when we come back, we'll have 4th quarter action for you. After 3, Woonsocket 16, Cumberland 6. You'll listen to Thanksgiving High School Football on WoonsocketRadio.com.
This is Robert Stewart, president of the Woonsocket Teachers Guild, wishing the Woonsocket High School Villanova football team success on the gridiron this season. Each year when the fall season rolls around, we get excited as the temperature drops, Autumn Fest draws near, pumpkin flavor everything is available, and weekly football games get our blood pumping. The educators of Woonsocket are excited for all our student athletes who work hard, sacrifice, and are proud to represent our community. Please consider coming out to watch our Villanovans play at familiar Berry Field this year. On behalf of the Woonsocket Teachers Guild, thank you for supporting our schools, and we hope to see you at the games.
Every day, more people are discovering Fast Eddie's Cocktails and Dreams. Now that it's football season, Fast Eddie's Cocktails and Dreams will be open on Sundays at 10 a.m. They'll have a special football menu and football specials, so come down to Fast Eddie's Cocktails and Dreams and catch the NFL action on their many TVs. Fast Eddie's Cocktails and Dreams, 350 River Street in Woonsocket. Open Thursday through Saturday at 11 a.m. and now Sundays at 10 a.m. Visit their Facebook page to see their lunch and dinner specials.
And welcome back to 4th quarter action here at Tucker Field. Woonsocket 16, Cumberland 6. as we start the fourth quarter here. And thank you very much for joining us, whether you're watching on WoonSocketRadio.com or across our social media platforms, or going old school and listening to 1240 AM or 99.5 FM. We thank you for watching and listening and joining us and spending part of your Thanksgiving Day with us. Cumberland looking to capitalize on this drive, has the ball in Woonsocket territory at the Woonsocket 42. Fourth and about 4 yards to go for the first down. Quarterback Evan Spencer in shotgun formation. Back pitches it to Andrew Ray. Andrew Ray now passes it. Passes up the field. He's got this here at the 20, at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Come on! Opening play of the fourth quarter, a pitch to Andrew Ray, and Andrew Ray goes deep to Andrew DeSera for a 42-yard touchdown pass. Brendan McGeer, what'd you see?
Well, I just saw emptying the kitchen vault there, Kevin Callahan, where you're thinking once again, is it Evan Spencer going to get that carry on fourth down? Nope. Pitches it to Andy Ray, and Andy Ray showing off that baseball arm of his and finding a fellow 2023 high school baseball state champion, Andrew DeSera. One-on-one coverage, making a great adjustment on the ball, and dashing to the end zone here.
Extra point attempt coming out. The score is 16-12 with this extra point. There's a lot of motion. The kick looks like it's going to be wide right. Are there flags? Boy, I saw both sides of the field moving. No call on the play. So, with 11:51 to go in the fourth quarter, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Come back for exciting fourth quarter action on WoonSocketRadio.com.
Car accidents are the worst, but they do happen. And if it happens to you, then you need to get that vehicle to Cody's Auto Body of North Smithfield. Since 1969, Mike and the staff of Cody's Auto Body has been your collision repair specialist. And after the repair is done, Cody's will finish the job with expert auto painting to match the rest of your car. So if the worst happens, bring your car to Cody's Auto Body across the street from the North Smithfield Fire Station on St. Paul Street, North Smithfield.
Remember when buying new insurance was easy? Not like today with all the high pressure and fast talking. Remember when you went into an insurance agency and they treated you with respect? At Hunter Insurance, you'll find the courtesy and politeness of those early days, but you'll also find the insurance coverage designed to protect you from the risks of today. Protect your life with a plan designed to fit your needs and budget from Hunter Insurance, the best insurance value in northern Rhode Island, 389 Old River Road in Manville. Call 769-9500.
And welcome back to what's sure to be an exciting fourth quarter action here. Cumberland trails an onside kick, and Cumberland recovers. Oh no, he fumbles it. Now Cumberland recovers. He had it, and Cumberland recovers in Woonsocket territory at the 46-yard line. It looked like Cumberland had it initially at the 45, then it was fumbled, and a little trickery and chicanery out of Coach Lima calling for the onside kick, and Cumberland recovers the onside kick.
Well, Aiden Ray making the big play there, coming through that initial containment, getting in there, getting underneath, and coming away with the football, holding it proudly in the sky as the Clipper offense. They come right back to work here after moving within 4.
Within 4 yards, within 4 points, it's at the 47-yard line. Cumberland will take over from the Woonsocket 47, and they may have even had better field position. It looked like somebody had it at the 45. He fumbled it, but Woonsocket was running back on their heels, and Cumberland was able to pounce on the ball at the 47-yard line. Spencer hands off to Ray. How many times have we said that? And Ray's got positive yards down to 45 to about the 41-yard line. The second and short coming up. Cumberland has clearly wrestled momentum away from Woonsocket right now.
Yeah, I don't know if Woonsocket was maybe caught off guard by that onside kick, but because you're thinking a lot of time left here, you play good defense, would get the ball back with still a reasonable amount of time left, but Cumberland, they went for the jugular.
And Cumberland has been defined by their defense this year as well, so even if they didn't recover, Coach Lima is showing trust in his defense to stop Woonsocket. Spencer, direct snap to Andrew Ray. Andrew Ray, he's got positive yards. I'm sorry, that was back to Spencer. My fault. He fake pitched it to Ray, and Spencer found a hole and was able to get first down yards. And Woonsocket takes a timeout, trying to slow Cumberland's momentum. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout when we come back. 11 minutes, 7 seconds to go. WoonsocketRadio.com.
Are you feeling sick? Thunder Mist Convenient Care can help make you feel better. The walk-in medical service at 450 Clinton Street, Woonsocket is open 365 days per year. They treat common illnesses and minor injuries. You don't have to be a Thunder Mist patient, and the copay is similar to an office visit. So visit Convenient Care at 450 Clinton Street, Woonsocket today and start feeling better. They are open weekdays from 8 in the morning till 8 at night and weekends and holidays from 9 to 5. You don't need an appointment. Just walk on in to Thunder Mist Convenient Care. There when you need them.
This is an ad about a self-made teen. Me. See, I go to school, I do my chores, but I also have my own goals. I'm saving what I earn from making radio ads like this one to buy a gaming computer, and I'm using my Embark account to do it. With no fees, mobile banking, and a money management tool, it's like a spend account, but a lot smarter. So if you're a self-made teen like me, I suggest you get one too. The Embark account, banking for the self-made teen. Navigant Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
And welcome back to Tucker Field. Cumberland 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Spencer shotgun formation. Kind of almost a muffed handoff there. Held on to it just a little bit longer than he wanted. It affected the run a little bit. Andrew Ray may have had some positive yards to the 30-yard line. So, Brenda, you and I, we spoke yesterday. We had a whole script, and this whole game has kind of gone completely off script.
Well, you know how some coaches, they have like their top 15 plays, and they go through the first couple drives and see what plays will really work against the team. The script's out the window right now, Kevin.
It's out the window. 2nd and 8 or 9. Spencer back to pass, hands off to Ray. Ray trying to find a hole, and big tackle by big number 60, Alex Herrera. Senior, 6'5", 280, and you're not running past him.
No, you're not going to win too many battles against Herrera. Just a massive, massive young man.
Senior Herrera bringing down Andrew Ray. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. And Spencer calls his own number, looking for a sneak, trying for the old tush push. I don't think he's going to have enough for a first. It's going to be close. We'll see where the spot is, but who's making that famous this year in the NFL? Is it the Eagles of Philadelphia?
The Eagles have kind of made that a little bit of a known commodity this football season. But once again, another 4th down situation here for the Clippers. Decision time for head coach Josh Leva, but it doesn't look like there's much of one as they're going to keep that offense out there.
Bunch formation, everybody under center, trying for the hard count, and we'll see if there's going to use a timeout. The hard count to not draw Woonsocket offside is definitely 4th and inches. They're trailing by 4 points, so I don't think they're going to go for a field goal. So I think eventually they will go for it. Not sure how much time is left on the play clock. There's 10 seconds. Spencer calls his own number, and he has enough for a first down out near the 20-yard line. No doubt about that one. He picked up the necessary yard there.
Well, nice to see Evan Spencer pick up a 4th down on a less than a yard to go.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Clippers. Looks like they're going a little bit of a hurry up. Andrew Nasser is in single coverage out on the far right. They hand off to Andrew Ray. Andrew Ray trying to battle through, and again, it's just tough to run into those big mountains of men. They'll clog up the line. A little extracurricular activity in the back between Cumberland and Woonsocket. No flag. They wished each other a happy Thanksgiving, enjoyed the turkey, and they went back to their respective lines.
What's your favorite dessert?
Exactly.
What's your favorite side?
Cranberry sauce, how you like in a can, homemade.
A little mac and cheese, maybe a little sweet potato pie.
I just found out yesterday mac and cheese is a big staple on Thanksgiving.
It is.
I
It's a
did not
huge
know
staple.
this.
Yes, huge staple.
We've never had it in our family, and it's a popular meal. Didn't know it was a big Thanksgiving staple. You learn something every day. Spencer shotgun formation, hand off to Ray. Ray looking for a hole to the right, bounces back to the left. Woonsocket closes that hole. A modest gain for Andrew Ray, and there is a very late flag well after the play is over.
I'm telling the official, the sideline people to hold their positions for a second.
If the play stood, it would be 3rd and long coming up for Cumberland. We'll see what the flag is. No motion yet from referee Chris Haddon. And I think it's going to go against Cumberland, just going by the reaction of Evan Spencer right now. Really quick, number 24 today is Ty Troiano.
Yes.
He's got the opportunity to wear it. That Cumberland penalty does go against Cumberland. When we get a chance, we'll talk a little bit about number 24 in this fast-moving game. But it's definitely an honor for Ty Troiano to
yes,
be wearing
absolutely.
that number 24
It's a
today.
major honor for him to wear that number, not just today, but for any Clipper who's had the opportunity to wear so this season.
They just flipped the flag to third down. It should still be second down, though. Should be second down and long for the Clippers on the short side of the field. Number 24 goes in motion for Cumberland, which is Ty Troiano. And Spencer, there's some more trickery. Nasera's got the ball on the pitch. Nasera's got some running room to the 20, to the 15, back to the original line. And he's still battling down, and it's going to come up short. It's going to be third and short, but a little trick, again, more like a different type of pitch to Andrew Nasera.
But once again, getting Andrew Nasera at open field, that has been a recipe for success for this Cumberland team this season. We talk about the battering ram, so 1-2 punch of Spencer and Ray, but you need somebody sometimes to loosen up that defense a little bit. Just when you think you have them solved, you can turn to somebody like Nasera who can turn the Jets on. It becomes so elusive, particularly in the open field.
The judge on the side still shows fourth down. We have it as third down. They're going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. Hopefully we get the whole down thing straightened out. You'll listen to Thanksgiving Football on SocketRadio.com.
Meat pies from Al's Place are a perfect complement to your holiday entertaining, and they're a tradition in the area. Just heat and serve. Al's Place also has daily specials like American chop suey, shepherd's pie, stuffed peppers, and daily homemade soup. Enjoy a full breakfast 7 days a week, including ham and eggs made with oven-cooked ham. Al's Place, 134 Providence Street, Woonsocket. Eat in or take out.
When you need legal representation for personal injury, traffic violation, DUI charge, or criminal defense, you need sound advice. Call attorney Peter J. Hopkins at 356-1043. He believes in treating each client with dignity and respect. That's attorney Peter J. Hopkins, 191 Social Street, Woonsocket, 356-1043. It's important to have someone in your corner. That number is 356-1043. Attorney Peter J. Hopkins.
And welcome back there to Tucker Field. 6:57 to go. The judge still showing fourth down on the side. We had it as third down. They lost it down on that penalty. So not only did they lose 10 yards, but they lost it down as well, if that call is right on the side. Spencer back, shotgun formation, looking to pass, has a receiver, and that ball is ruled incomplete. I think it was intended for Nasera. It was. Pass is incomplete, and now we'll see if that's a turnover on downs or if it's indeed fourth down now. And we're looking at a turnover on downs, but okay, so that was it must sure why.
It must have been a dead ball penalty. I think that may be the best explanation of why, they lost the down per se, and why they didn't get it when they moved backwards. It must have been. Okay. That's the best logical explanation you can come up with right now. But real quick here, we talk about number 24 and the Clippers. They wear that in honor of David Benskin, former Cumberland player who passed away in 2017 after battling lymphoma. Give a shout out to Taylor Begley, the Channel 12 sports director. She did a incredible piece on what the significance is to the Cumberland program, wearing number 24 that aired earlier this week.
And what an honor it is for Ty Troiano to be wearing that as just a sophomore, as Jonathan Piguero gets the call there on a positive yard run, be second down and about 7 coming up. Ty Troiano, just to speak a little quickly about him, has about 500 yards, a little over 500 yards in the season, 6 touchdowns, just a sophomore. So Ty Troiano, just by the fact that he's wearing number 24 today, figures to be a big part of this team going forward the next 2 years. 2nd and 7 coming up. And a huge drive here. Cumberland might even be thinking about using their timeouts on this drive as we tick towards 6:10 to go in the game. Woonsocket leads 16-12. Cumberland needs a touchdown, and Woonsocket looking to milk the clock and get a score. Piguero with a big first down run across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and we should probably note the timeout situation now, Kevin. I believe Cumberland is down to one timeout, I believe, or two.
I think they have two. I think they have two.
two.
Yeah. I kept great stats on that in the first half.
But, you get a first down right now. That's like gold right now because you get to bleed more time off the clock if you're Woonsocket protecting this 4-point lead.
5:30 exactly to go in the fourth quarter. Woonsocket leading 16-12. 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions for Woonsocket. Builds a 16-0 lead. 2 touchdowns for Cumberland. 2 failed extra points and 2-point conversions has us at 16-12. Melton hands off to Pagero. Pagero met at the line. Bakes one tackle, breaks another tackle to the 45, out across the 50, down to the Cumberland 45 to the 42-yard line. First down carry for Jonathan Pagero. And there is a flag back at the Woonsocket 40. And you wonder if that's going to go against Woonsocket.
Yeah, that was a big hole that opened up that Pagero was able to explode through it. Usually when you see something like that, a big play, it's all signs point to it's going to be coming back.
So we'll see. No, I think it's going against Cumberland.
Yeah, once again, that's why we're up here.
Yes, that's why we're up here. A hit to the head, illegal hands to the face, a hit to the head, and Pagero had got the ball all the way down to the 43-yard line of Cumberland. They're going to add on, what, is that a 15-yard penalty?
Yeah, that's a 25-yard run there for Pagero.
And now you add another, well, there's 10. They're still walking, Brendan. He's out to the 27. You add another 15 to the penalty. And now Woonsocket sitting pretty with 5 minutes to go in the game, leading 16-12, and a 1st and 10 at the Cumberland 27. The clock is now Cumberland's enemy.
Like you said, they do have 2 timeouts left to do something, but just another major penalty going against Cumberland here.
Melton in shotgun formation as the clock continues to tick. 4:40. Jonathan Pagero to his left. The twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Melton hangs off to Pagero. You got to figure they're going to go straight run, and they have. Pagero breaks a hole, and he's still up, and he's down to about the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal Woonsocket from the 5-yard line.
And now if you're Cumberland and head coach Josh Lima, do you start thinking about using your timeouts here? Because, if you're Woonsocket, you're in no rush right now to get into that goal line. It's kind of, I think it was the Giants-Patriots Super Bowl in Indianapolis where maybe it was Bradshaw who, thought about stopping short, ended up falling into the goal line. You kind of maybe think about that a little bit. Yes. Right now the clock is the enemy of Cumberland.
And the friend of Woonsocket, 3:50 to go. Woonsocket leading 16-12. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Melton under center. He's got I formation. Cinquitini and Pagero. And they hand it to Pagero. Pagero follows Cinquitini. And Pagero. Woonsocket. Touchdown Villanovans. 3:36 to go in the game. And Woonsocket now increases their lead to 22-12. And Jonathan Pagero, nothing fancy there. 5-yard TD run. 22-12, and they'll see if Woonsocket goes for 2 or if they line up for the extra point. Either way, now Woonsocket has now increased their lead to 10, possibly 11 or 12, and more importantly to Cumberland, it's a 2-score game with just 3:36 to go in the game. Wow.
I guess we're a little bit surprised right now, Kevin. Just you thought that once Cumberland. They had Woonsocket on the ropes. They had them on the run. The touchdown to open the fourth quarter, getting the onside kick, but not capitalizing there. And the Novans finding their stride there.
And Ariel Medina on the carry. The 2-point conversion fails. So when we come back with 3:36 to go in the game, Woonsocket 22, Cumberland 12. You'll listen to Thanksgiving Day football on Woonsocketradio.com.
Now celebrating 50 years in business, Cumberland House of Pizza welcomes you. From freshly baked pizzas, calzones, and grinders to soups, salads, burgers, pasta dishes, and Friday seafood specials, an eat-in Cumberland House of Pizza meal is just like pulling up a chair at the family dinner table. Cumberland House of Pizza, 2360 Mendon Road in Cumberland. See the full menu online at chopsri.com. 50 years in business for Cumberland House of Pizza.
Cousins Collision Center uses manufacturer-grade paints for perfect color match of shade, especially those metallic paints. Since 1985, Cousins Collision Center for repair and restoration of old classic cars. Located on Foundry Street in Woonsocket off Olo Street, Cousins Collision Center, 766-7679. In Rhode Island, you decide who repairs your vehicle. Choose Cousins Collision Center.
And ball driven back to the 10-yard line on the kickoff to the 20. He's got a hole to the 25, 30, 35. Down to the 40-yard line goes Cumberland, and number 20?
There's Troy Triano, Mr. number 24.
Triano, we're in number 24 we just talked about. And Cumberland needs a quick strike. He can't get much quicker than that to bring the ball all the way into Woonsocket territory. Ty Triano brings it down to the 37-yard line. Look for Cumberland to employ their no huddle, and I think they take a shot from Nacera right on the first play of scrimmage.
Well, let's see where Nacera's he's going to line up in his customary position out wide. With Peguero, the closest defender right now.
Spencer back to pass. He's looking right. Comes a heavy rush. Spencer, he throws it. He's going for Nacera deep, and in good coverage by Peguero. Spencer close to the line of scrimmage. Was not over it. You only need just a little portion of your body to be behind the line of scrimmage before you get penalized for being over the line of scrimmage.
But Cumberland trying to go for the jugular right off the bat here, trying to capitalize off the momentum of the great run back by Troy Triano.
I wonder if they'll line up now, just trying to jump into Josh Lehman's head. You go for maybe a screen pass, get Nacera in the open
or
that
Triano,
way.
Or Triano.
Yes, he was lined up for that. And keep Nacera out to the far right and draw the coverage that way and get Triano maybe in single coverage. Spencer shotgun formation, 2nd and 10. This time he's looking left, and he's going to get the pass complete. To number 3, Aiden Ray, just as he was getting tackled. But a short gain. The clock ticks down to almost 3 minutes to go in the game. It's going to be 3rd down and short yard, about 5 yards to go from the 31-yard line. The play calls are now coming in fast and furious for Cumberland. Spencer back to pass, rolling right. He's got time, and he's got a wide open receiver. And that goes to Nacera, who got wide open. They all expected him to go deep. A couple other receivers went deep. He came back short, got out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Cumberland, 2:46 to go. Trailing 22-12 and looking for a quick score here, and then you would assume an outside kick.
Yeah, able to get the defense to bite and commit, because usually when we talked about Andrew Nacera, it's about the long game. But that time, to borrow from the golfing world, he was able to take out the old 56-degree wedge there and be effective.
Spencer back to pass, quick pass. He's got number 15. That ball is complete inside the 10-yard line. Number 15 is Andrew Brennan, a senior, 5'10", 180. And a senior with his first reception of the day. 1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. I'm sorry, 1st and goal from the 9. My mistake. A quick pass. Oh, and that ball was intended for number 8, Andrew Ray. Just could not get a handle on it. Stops the clock with 2:22 to go in the game. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 9 for the Clippers. Cumberland trying to rally down 22-12 in this 59th continuous Thanksgiving Day game. Never catch Wesley Stonington, but
no.
As they're at 105.
No, they will not be catching them anytime soon.
Spencer back to pass, has time, and tried to kind of like sidearm it, intended for Aiden Ray, and just kind of threw to his outside, kind of went with the Patrick Mahomes sidearm pass there.
Yeah, and very, very fortunate that was not picked off by a Woonsocket defender, because the window that Spencer was throwing into, it was tight.
It was. No need for the hurry up with the clock stopping. 2:19 to go in the 4th quarter. Woonsocket 22, Cumberland 12. 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. Andy Ray was standing right next to Spencer. Spencer has, and that ball is broken up, and the ball was intended for number 15, Andrew Brennan. That ball was broken up. I did not see the number who broke that up. It'll be 4th down. And actually, an interesting call here. We know Pichelle has the leg to make a field goal. They're down by 10, which is a touchdown on a field goal. Do you kick the field goal, leaving 2:16 on the clock?
And but Woonsocket's going to talk it over right now.
While they talk it over, we'll go to a quick commercial break. We'll be back with exciting 4th quarter action here on WoonsocketRadio.com.
The Blackstone River Federal Credit Union is a full-service community credit union featuring many products and services, including mobile banking, courtesy pay, and overdraft protection, online banking, and bill pay, plus access to 30,000 no-fee ATMs. Refinance your dealer car loan and get up to $300 to refinance. The Blackstone River Federal Credit Union, Monument Square, Woonsocket, and 100 Old River Road in Lincoln. Courteous, prompt, helpful service.
Passing on huge savings to their customers is what Family Discount Furniture does best. From sofas to dinettes to bedroom sets and more, Family Discount Furniture offers better furniture for less. They offer a 1-year free layaway service, which means you put down whatever amount is comfortable for you to start, and then you lock in their everyday low price. Brad and Ryan welcome you to Family Discount Furniture on the corner of Diamond Hill Road and Social Street, Woonsocket. Visit FamilyDiscountFurniture.com.
Welcome back, and they are attempting the field goal here, Brendan. Dylan Pichelle, number 17, on to try to cut this down to a 1-score game. Snap, a little bit of high snap, brought down, kick up, and the kick is good. We got some interesting plays coming up now. 2:13 to go in the game, and Pichelle with a 26-yard field goal for Dylan Pichelle, making the score 26-15. No, 22-15. 26-yard field goal. And so, what do you do here now?
I think maybe you maybe kick it deep because Cumberland still has 2 timeouts left to play with.
2 timeouts? No, that's a good call. Cumberland has been defined by their defense this year, and if ever you needed a stop for Cumberland, this is it. Woonsocket, they're looking at we need a first down.
Yep.
1 first down. Pretty much it could be, depending on how Cumberland utilizes their timeouts, it could be over. Interesting play call coming up now for Cumberland. They know the onside kick can work, but they showed it already. So now you got to figure Woonsocket's going to load the front line, and they're going to send somebody back deep. So that's exactly what they're doing. They have, it looks like a 7-3-1 formation. 7 up on the line at the 50, 3 back at the 40, and 1 deep receiver back at his own 50. And they do go onside. It doesn't go 10 yards, but Woonsocket recovered at the Cumberland 49. Cumberland was not even allowed to touch the ball till it got to the 50. Woonsocket could take the chance. They did, and they recovered at the 49. And it looks like do we have a player down?
Looks like we have a Woonsocket player down. Might have been the player who recovered the onside kick.
Because you got to figure about 20 guys jumped on him trying to go for the ball.
Well, just teams. The way that Cumberland was bunched up like that, there was.
And that kick went just a little bit short. So it kind of like, hopefully, with only 2 minutes and 13 seconds ago, I mean, not that you ever want it to be serious, but the season's just about over. You don't want anything serious happening too much here. And they're tending to him right now. I'm just gonna. So we're just to recap really quick. We are in the 4th quarter. Cumberland attempted a onside kick. Woonsocket will now take over 1st and 10, basically needing a first down. Depending on when they get it, Cumberland has 2 timeouts left, we think. What do you see out of Woonsocket this drive?
Well, just ground and pound that we've seen all game here, whether it's Cinquintini or Pagero, can they melt away and kind of potentially get a first down here that makes Cumberland use its final 2 timeouts and get out of here with a I would have to say, an upset victory here on Turkey Day.
Yeah, it's Woonsocket comes into the game at 4-5. Cumberland comes in at 10-1. However, like we mentioned, Woonsocket was rested, and Cumberland, played obviously their most emotional game of the year, and coming up just short in the Super Bowl just a few days ago. And just trying to get a number on that player who is now up and gets a great hand. That's number 3, Benjamin Wilcox.
I think Wilcox might have been the one who recovered the onside kick, so he certainly took one for the team, as they like to say right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Benjamin Wilcox, he's a junior, so he'll be relied on heavily next year. Tremendous player for Woonsocket, someone whose name we've called a couple times this game and in games past. Cumberland now needs a 3 and out. I'm sure they will be utilizing their timeouts. But 1st and 10 for Woonsocket. I can't imagine Woonsocket starts passing the ball now when they've gone with a heavy dose of Jonathan Piguero.
No, they basically put Dante Melton's right arm on ice.
Yes. They are lined up, shotgun formation, Melton under center, and there is a handoff to Piguero. Piguero gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10, and Cumberland does use a timeout. So just a couple things that we didn't get to, Brendan. It's big news in the Interscholastic League this year. Mount St. Charles, my understanding, almost a founding father of the Rhode Island Interscholastic League back 80 years ago?
Back in 1932-33 is when the Mounties began competing. Actually, of all ironic things, they were competing in football.
Okay.
The first time there. But the big news of the weekend, I was on the Coffee and program yesterday to talk about they're leaving the Interscholastic League at the end of the current school year to join NEPSAC beginning in the fall of 2024. Big news, but I guess it's almost like a sign of the times a little bit, where you have to think maybe long and hard about the health and status of your athletic program going forward, and giving a shot of adrenaline, which I think this move does.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a New England-based program. I don't know too much about it, or it's and they've struggled obviously with their football program as they've joined the North Smithfield Co-op team the last several years, a team that we have covered in the past here on WOON. And there is a handoff to Jonathan Piguero. Piguero stuffed at the line again, and we'll see if Coach Lima uses a timeout, and he does.
And that should do it for the Clippers.
Unofficially, we have them at 3 timeouts. Sometimes we make our mistakes as well. So how does this affect the North Smithfield Mount St. Charles Co-op team?
Well, the players who are currently there right now, if you're a junior, sophomore, or even a freshman, you play in the co-op team, you will be grandfathered in, so you will be allowed to play until your graduation year. But next year, they will not be taking any new players from Mount St. Charles.
So it'll be up to Mount St. Charles if they want to compete in football in this new league, where they only had about 8 players, I believe, this year, right? Yes. Competing on the co-op, for them to develop their own team. But this does hurt the North Smithfield program.
And I go back about 5-6 years ago when North Smithfield could not finish the season because they did not have enough numbers. And the following year, they formed the co-op with Mount St. Charles, got a shot of adrenaline. They won the Super Bowl, I believe, in 2019. But if you're North Smithfield, you have to kind of think long and hard about the status of your football program going forward.
Exactly. And are there any, and this is completely just speculation, is there any teams or schools out there that would, in your opinion, be willing to co-op with them? Or is anybody else struggling with?
I mean, there are definitely always teams, I think, that are struggling with numbers. But, I think geographically, you have to make this work, because that was a great thing about Mount St. Charles and North Smithfield. You're pretty much in each other's backyard.
Exactly. 3rd down and 9, and what is now the most important play of the season for both teams. 3rd and 9, Melton under center from the Cumberland 48-yard line. Fakes to Piguero, rolls out to the right. He's at the 45. He brought down at the 40-yard line, and they're going to have to get a measurement to see. They needed to get to the 30. Did they rule him down at the 40 or the 39? Looks like they needed to get to the 39. We'll see where the spot is. If it's going to be 4th and 1 or 1st and 10. We've had a couple of close calls on these spots today. Clock stops with 1:49 to go in the game. Woonsocket leading 22-15. And they are going to call for a measurement. Oh, I believe they were. I see referee Chris Haddon, motioning like he wants a measurement, but
I think it's going to be
nope.
It's going to be 4th and 1.
4th and 1. No measurement.
4th down.
Okay. Well, this is the opportunity. Now the clock's going to start up. We think Cumberland's out of timeouts. Did he get out of bounds to start?
I don't think he got out of bounds either. I mean, the smart play on Dante Melton to just stay in bounds as we'll wait for the officials to wind it.
Or did Cumberland have one more timeout? Because the clock has not been wound. Both teams are on the sideline. They are clearly 1 yard short by the spot. It's going to be 4th and a full yard. I think maybe Woonsocket called the timeout to make sure that they got the play right, or we had Cumberland's timeouts wrong. But either way, there is a timeout on the field. There's a minute 49 to go in the game. Woonsocket leads 22-15. 4th and 1. And it's some interesting calls that for Woonsocket. Do they try to do the hard count, draw them offside? Do they do a pooch punt from Melton? I've seen him do that in the past. I haven't seen him do it this year.
I would go for it right now because the last thing you want to do is give life to this Woonsocket, to this Cumberland team, and just you have the opportunity to kind of like close the door right now.
Yep.
This is Mariano Rivera time for the baseball world, and you can come in and slam the door, and we'll see what. When Novans have up their sleeve, but if you're Cumberland, you're no stranger to a 4th and 1 play over the last week or so.
Bunch formation offense and I formation behind Melton. Everyone inside the hash. Melton looked like he's trying for the hard count. Takes it himself. And we'll see where the spot is, as always. Judging by where they blew the whistle and where Melton was, he did not get it. Judging by where I heard the whistle and where Melton was at that exact moment, I did not have him get it. However, how much forward progress did they give him? And I don't think he got it. He's going to be short. Cumberland takes over on their own 40-yard line. A minute 43. Cumberland 60 yards away. Turnover on downs. So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, once again, the Cumberland defense coming up huge on a 4th and goal as Dante Melton appeared to go low, but not enough wiggle room to get the necessary yard here. And for Cumberland, they got a shot here with a minute 43 to go. No timeouts left, so, but you do have, I do think, some time here to work the middle of the field.
I think you do because the clock does stop to move the chains on first down, albeit temporarily. Anytime you get out of bounds, the clock stops. Obviously, incomplete passes will stop the clock as well. 60 yards. Cumberland trails 22-15. Settle in, folks. We got an exciting finish coming up. Spencer back to pass. He has time. Looks left. Goes right. Trying to run out of trouble. Throws it away. And that could be an illegal man upfield, as the only one in the area is number 75, Brady Gallin, a senior lineman. Andrew Ray is saying he was in the area.
It looked like Alex Herrera, the junior, had Spencer in his grasp, but Spencer able to get enough strength there to get the ball away. I was wondering, was there going to be potential for intentional grounding?
I had intentional grounding, as I did not have Andrew Ray in the area. But hey, again, we're not coaches, we're not referees.
That's why we're up here, Kevin.
We're up here for a very specific reason. Spencer back to pass, 2nd and 10, rolling right, has room, has a receiver, Nasera, who drops it at the 45. Would not have been enough for a first down. Would have been a 5-yard completion, and it would have been tough for him to keep his feet in bounds anyway. 3rd and 10 for the Clippers, a minute 31 to go. The couple of needs to do that collective deep breath. Settle down. Woonsocket needs to keep doing exactly what they're doing.
Yep, they're just a little bit too amped right now is Cumberland, and realize that, it's obviously 4-down territory, but, I think time is still on your side a little bit, even though you don't have any timeouts left. You just try to get the first down right now.
All the big-time announcers do it, so I'll do it. There's 91 seconds left of the game. They always convert the minute and seconds to a full second. So 91 seconds. There is a flag. And I'm going to go with procedure. There's a flag from the side judge. All right. And offside Woonsocket. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone. So encroachment on defense, 5-yard penalty. So Cumberland gets a free 5 yards. Cost them 2 seconds, but they did get 5 yards. Minute 29 to go. Cumberland 3rd and 5 from their own 45, needing a touchdown as they trail by 7, needing a touchdown and an extra point or a 2-point conversion. Spencer has a receiver as number 34. His first down. 24. Sorry, Ty Troiano. Game sometimes moves faster than my eyes. First and 10 from the Woonsocket 45. Spencer saves the shotgun formation, rolling left, has a hole, steps up. Now he's going to run it to the 40, trying to get out of bounds quickly, and gets out of bounds at the Woonsocket 41. Not a big gain, but more importantly, stops the clock when he had no receiver.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised here, Kevin, that they weren't going to try to, intentionally spike the ball and save some time that way, but try to see if they could catch the Woonsocket defense, maybe off sides, but credit to the Novans staying disciplined there.
And no extra hits out of bounds either. Once he was out, they let him go out. So they gave him to the 42-yard line, be 2nd and 7, but more importantly, it's 2nd and 42 if you're Cumberland. They need a touchdown. A pass batted away. Oh, we called his name earlier. Herrera batted it away. And the big guy, Alex Herrera, the nose tackle, 6'5", 280, used all 6'5", got up and batted that ball away and almost had an interception. 3rd and 5 coming up. 3rd and 6 from the 42-yard line. Cumberland fortunate not to have that ball intercepted.
Very, very fortunate. But once
Herrera.
again, you got to take a deep breath if you're Cumberland, understanding you still have some downs to work with.
Spencer has it, rolls left, has a receiver, number 14. That could be he got hit in the lower back. That was number 14, Brady DeRabio, sophomore, 5'9", 170. He got hit right in the lower back. You almost wonder if that was like that crackback thing or hitting a defenseless wide receiver. They did not call it. And obviously a huge 4th down play. Now, 1:02 to go in the game. 4th and about 6. Maybe 7.
And 7 again. 42-yard line.
For the Cumberland Clippers. Spencer back in shotgun formation, standing at his own 40 at Woonsocket 48. High snap. Big rush coming, rolls right, has a receiver, has Aiden Ray, and that's not going to be enough for a first down. Aiden Ray will come up about 2 yards short on the completed pass. Woonsocket with exactly 1 minute to go in the game and leading 22-15. Looks like they just need to bleed out the clock now, and just too short of a pass there. Upfield was covered.
Yeah, you have to be cognizant of where the down distance marker is that time, and they were trying to see if they were going to be able to get there. But credit to that Woonsocket secondary coming up and making a big play, and looks like the Novans, they're going to celebrate a Turkey Day victory for the first time since 2019.
And for only the second time in the last 12 years, as Cumberland has won 10 of the last 11. On this rivalry game.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
As Woonsocket will now line up in victory formation. Woonsocket will pick up their 19th Thanksgiving Day win and will improve to 5-5 on the year. As Dante Melton takes a knee, he will need to take one more knee. As the Woonsocket faithful is starting to get loud on the far sideline, and the Cumberland take nothing away from their season, going all the way to the Super Bowl. And I just think the emotion of the Super Bowl kind of caught up to Cumberland today.
And you saw maybe a rested Woonsocket team, that only had one game on its mind, really since their regular season finale against Barrington. We talked about at the top, and they were locked in and ready to go. And they came out firing up 16-0 at the half, and able to make a couple plays on the defensive end to savor this.
Yep, and Woonsocket takes their final knee. And the last 10 seconds will run off the clock, and the seniors for Woonsocket so happy. Congratulations to Woonsocket, Coach Bebo, and to Coach Ouellette as he goes out retiring as this as well. We're going to take one last commercial break. We'll come back. We're going to wrap things up here. But with the final score from Tucker Field, Woonsocket 22, Cumberland 15. You've been watching and listening on Woonsocketradio.com. We'll be back right after these messages.
Lincoln and North Smithfield Urgent Care Centers are Northern Rhode Island's modern comprehensive urgent cares devoted to the best family health care available. They have board-certified doctors on their staff who will make you feel safe, comfortable, and reassured, especially when you're in doubt and concerned about the severity of your discomfort. Both centers feature on-site labs and x-ray facilities, as well as drug screens, complete physicals, flu shots, occupational medicine, including workers' comp and free blood screening. North Smithfield Urgent Care, 594 Great Road, North Smithfield, 768 3400. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 8 and Saturday 9 to 5. Lincoln Urgent Care, located across from Lincoln Mall. 333-9595. Open weekdays 9 to 9, Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5. You do have a choice.
A new garage door can have a major effect on the appearance of your property. When you're ready, call Andy Bebo at Woonsocket Door Sales, in business since 1935. Woonsocket Door Sales installs and repairs all makes of doors and openers, as well as broken springs and cables. Service includes installation and free disposal of the old door. Woonsocket Door Sales, 767-3448. Office located at 1 Biltmore Avenue, Cumberland. Reputation is important.
And welcome back to Tucker Field. As we wrap things up, I just want to say thank you to on camera today, Dave Tebow, also on camera, Joe Callahan, directing everything is Dave Richards. Thank you so much. Back at the stations, Denise, making sure we are on the air today on TV all year long on radio. I'd like to also thank Adam Zangari, Lou Mandeville, and of course Brendan McGear. They filled in or have done the games all year. We started way back in September. We finish up today. It's been a great season. We had a lot of weather implications and things like that happening all year. It's been such a fun year calling these games. We got to do a lot of Cumberland, a lot of Woonsocket wrapping up today. I just want to thank everybody. I really hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. And once again, final from Tucker Field in the 59th annual Thanksgiving Day game. Woonsocket 22, Cumberland 15. You've been watching on OneSocketRadio.com. You've been listening on OneSocketRadio.com and listening on AM 1240 and 99.5 FM. Thank you all once again. For Brendan McGear, I'm Kevin Callahan. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and have a great holiday season. Thank you very much.